You are on.
We're live? Okay. Welcome to the Monday, May 4th, 2026 Tufton Borough Board of Selectmen's meeting. Please show me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, first order of business tonight is public input. Please state your name and address.
Sure. Stand, sit, what do you want me to do?
Oh, you can come on up to the table.
Okay. So, my name is Doug Canny. I live at 8 Fountain Holland Road. And so, probably in the dump for like 5 minutes, from the time you drop everything off, I'm in and out in 5 minutes. So, I like old lawnmowers or something that can get repurposed. So I always look at the metal pile and have done that for all the years I've lived here. So 2 weeks ago, Richard Esty come over and said to me, he said, don't take anything unless we approve it. And I'm going, we need a gatekeeper for the steel pile now? This doesn't make any sense. So if I found 4 little wheels so that I could make a little cart for my generator, I have to go find one of those people, bring them over, show them what I've got, and they'll make a decision if I can take it or not. I just can't put logic to this. I just don't think we need a gatekeeper for the scrap metal pile. So that's my whole story, end of story.
I'm just going to speak from what I know. I know that the scrap metal's in the dumpster now. And we don't want people climbing into dumpsters.
Yep, and I believe that 100%. No one should be climbing in the dumpster.
We have had a policy on dump picking since 1992.
Okay.
And that is part of the policy of dump picking. So I'm going to say that our superintendents of the transfer station are within their rights to deny people to take pickings,
Okay.
even scrap metal. I know that when we used to keep it over on the concrete pad, everything was right there. It was much easier. But now that all the scrap metal is in the dumpster, I don't think that we can have people climbing into a dumpster to pull metal.
Well, I don't think anyone
Clearly,
should be
he's not
climbing.
asking to do that, but
Yeah.
if it was out where it was readily accessible to anybody, I'm sympathetic to the point.
Sure.
I'll have to be the first to admit that I've picked stuff out of when the pad was over there where you could get to it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I did that as well.
I have too.
Yeah. So
I'm
you know,
guilty as well.
and like I said, I'm not special. If no one can do it, no one can do it. But I agreed. No one should be in the dumpster.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. But if it's within reach or it's sitting on top, lawnmowers, they're usually about 2 hours before they crush everything down in a couple hours.
Right.
So, if I lucky that 5 minutes and there's an old lawnmower or an old chainsaw and it's sitting there, I'd like to be able to take it. But at the end of the day, whatever the decision is I will abide by.
Okay. Never hurts to ask.
Yes.
You may get somebody in a good mood one day and they say, yeah, go ahead and take it. But I do believe you should at least ask.
Okay. Yep. I'm done.
And if they say no, you have to go by their
Okay.
authority. They operate the day-to-day.
I appreciate it for your time. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Sympathetic to your point, though.
Funny, I just happen to have this.
Everybody have a great evening.
You
Thank
too.
you.
Which way do we go out with this? That way?
All right, see no more public input. Go to the approval of minutes. We have minutes from April 20th. Public and non-public. Has everybody had a chance to read I know you haven't read the non-public minutes, because we don't send those around. Has everybody had a chance to read the public minutes?
Yes.
Any
Did you read that?
I didn't read those yet. If you want to start, I was just looking for my other comments.
any additions, deletions, corrections?
I wanted to clarify if we needed to know why Steve had not voted on the last minutes, just because he wasn't here for that meeting, or is that generally assumed?
I just read something that Jill Cromwell put out saying that it should state why someone abstains.
Okay, so maybe we need
The
to
actions
add.
taken and the reasons why.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it's harmless to put it in.
yeah.
I mean, he wasn't, I don't believe he was sworn in when those minutes were
Right.
available.
So you can add that, sure.
Okay.
And then under the conversation with Josh Heyman, I just wanted to note that I did ask if there were plans for the project, and he told us it was a 39 by 39, because there wasn't any part of that conversation
Okay.
in there from that meeting.
Yeah, I think that's gonna go into a deeper conversation that I wanna bring up and talk to you folks about. As far as the minutes are concerned, whether they're in there or not, if you want to, I don't have a problem with it.
You want me to add that?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Thank you, Audrey.
I know just so you know, when Ashley does the minutes, she tries to capture the spirit of everything, since it's videoed and available.
Mhm.
So she won't get everything verbatim, but that's our goal.
Okay,
Okay.
great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it's easy, if you see something that you want to see in there, by all means, speak up.
Great.
Steve?
Well, I read them online. I don't have a copy in my folder here.
No, I only did one copy.
Yeah, you can have these.
Oh, like I say, I read it when it came in by email. I'm good, Bob.
And I would entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes as presented after amendment for Jenna's points.
And I second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. And we have non-public minutes. Uh, Do you folks think that these can be unsealed now?
I think so.
I think so.
Okay. And I would entertain a motion for these non-public minutes from April 20th.
I move that they be approved as presented and unsealed.
And I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay. All right, and appointments. Code officer. Hi there.
How we doing?
Good, you?
Good. So 47 building permits, 9 new homes, 7 certificates of occupancy. I've done 188 inspections, and the ice cluster at Union Wharf didn't make it. The last bit of ice that was leaving cleaned it off. So I've told Jim it's leaning it way in against the pier, so I don't know if it broke off underwater or it just pulled out of the mud and can be driven back in, but.
Do you think it's something that we can fix? Or
Oh, yeah, Jim does it with his barge.
Okay.
Usually, but I'm just letting you know that it didn't make it. The one in
Didn't survive.
Wharf, Melvin Wharf Road are fine. But,
Okay, good.
and it was fine until I think the last day the ice left.
It got windy.
The wind shifted and blew right in, and
Yeah.
that was the end of that.
Okay. Is it unsafe?
No, not right now.
Okay. I have 2 questions. Lamppost. Are we doing that lamppost?
We're doing the lamppost, yeah, I have everything here.
Okay.
Sent for Scott.
And the Hayman Code, have you had a chance to look at
I've seen it, but there's sort of plans, but not really.
So that leads us.
It's an 8.5 by 11 on graph paper
I
plans.
know. That leads me to a kind of a responsible question. This is something that, frankly, the selectmen have kicked the can down the road for the last year.
I wasn't involved until I got the.
To be financially prudent, do we need a set of plans?
We don't
With
need an
drawing?
architect set of plans, but I need
Not
something with the
architect.
trusses on it and stuff like that.
That's something
Josh
better.
said he wasn't gonna go out and get the quote on the trusses unless he knew he was doing it.
Right. And I think we should be putting this out to bid. And I think the only way to put it out to bid is to have,
Plans.
Yeah, the plans,
Plans.
yeah, someone, you know, so if you're gonna do it that way, yes.
because right now we just have basically a napkin sketch.
Mhm.
We have a concept.
Have you seen what he drew?
No, I haven't even seen it. You know, as much as I want to get this done as soon as possible, and we have the money for it, I don't think
It's
we're
good
going,
to define exactly what it is we're doing.
I don't think we're going about this the right way.
I looked at the numbers, I mean, it sort of makes sense, but I had nothing to go by.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, that's pretty basic. I mean, I certainly don't want to complicate it.
No, we don't wanna complicate it, we just,
Didn't see that.
That's good. But from that, can we get reasonable quotes?
I suppose you could do a list of specs out and get quotes on it. I mean, the footprint's the footprint, I mean, it's
Yeah.
39 or whatever it is by, I don't know what the other dimension was.
It's not a complicated building.
No, it's not complicated, it's trusses, it's 39 by 39 with a bathroom in the corner, but
One bathroom,
it's a
toilet,
little bit,
shower.
and the
Mhm.
electrical service has to be moved because it's there, the bathroom has to be moved because it's there. They're putting a new septic in,
Yeah, well,
so,
Jim's doing that.
right, and his quote was on the estimate for the excavation as well, so I don't know how much you can bud to bid and.
Basic electricity, we're talking just, some banks of outlets along the back.
Right, but
back
the
and
service
side
has to be
walls.
moved. And it has to be
Service
dug up all the way
area.
across the parking lot to the where the generator is, because that's what the service is. So he's gonna upgrade it to a bigger service.
I think we need to do a better job of defining this.
Mhm.
And,
I mean, you wanna put the radiant tubes back in.
yeah, 2
And
meters.
there, 2 meters, and then 2 in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Take the one out and put one back, and then it's the bathroom, but just need a little bit of specs of.
Would we be asking too much of you to come up with a basic set of specs?
I can go down there and look and see what's there now, and basically go off of that and just do electrical by code and plumbing by code, I assume. Just a basic bathroom, half
Mhm.
bath. There's no shower involved, it's just a,
They're not even putting a shower, just a
I
toilet
don't
and sink?
think so, I mean,
Yeah,
I can't tell, yeah.
There's a box, right.
and so, I don't know that you wanna put a shower in it, I mean.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, why are we
Yeah.
having a shower? It's
The
a-
expense to put a shower in when you're doing a bathroom, as you know, fiberglass cheapo, it's not a huge amount of money.
No, it's not.
And it might be a convenience if someone needs it, so.
I mean, to the whole job, it probably adds $2,000
Right.
in labor and materials.
Yeah.
So in the big picture, it's not that bad, but,
Right.
if they're out on a job and somebody gets muddy,
Right.
or worse.
I mean,
they wanna
in
shower-
reality,
they wanna
you
shower
could,
off
we
before they get
could, we
home.
could pitch the corner of the concrete floor and put a floor drain in it
Hose them off?
and put a shower, curtain wall in.
Yeah.
And then there wouldn't be any fiberglass to break or anything like that so. But I just think we need a little bit more than that. And the issue was too, they were trying, he didn't know exactly what the pitch was yet, because we don't have the same truss manufacturing, look at the pitch right. You really can't continue it out and make it look right, you would have to step it down in case the pitch is, it only takes an inch in the whole length, and it won't match, so.
Okay.
I know Dwight built it, I believe, years ago, so.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
So Bob, would you like a motion to undertake this, or can we?
Hold on.
You have already awarded the construction of the building. The previous selectmen, so when we look at the history, the road agent had been asked every meeting to come up with how you doing, what's the price, and you never had one full amount.
We never had a full package.
And then, at a same point in time, Jim reached out to Heyman Construction,
Mhm.
and the selectmen reached out to Cobalt, and so when that was happening in the fall, Cobalt Construction stepped back because Heyman was doing it, and so Heyman came forward with the price, and you awarded that contract, and you based it on his performance at the police station and coming in under budget on that. And so then when he met with you, you said, well, what's it all gonna cost? So my thought is, since you've gone out to a lot of the same companies that have supported the police station, you may risk alienating local contractors because you are so far along in the process.
I've forgotten that we had awarded part of that to Josh already. Thank you. Well, that changes things.
I'm curious how it could have been awarded if we don't really have any
Yeah, that's what I was curious
information
about, too.
this build. We didn't have a sketch before.
Well, now
right
that now that
I'm
Audrey
not really
mentions
sure
that, I
that
think we just
happens.
awarded the frame. And Jim was doing the septic system himself. I don't think we awarded anything else.
No, then the electric and plumbing, we asked Josh to go out and get that. And then in conversation, it switched from a couple doors to one gigantic door. And that's where we're at.
You know, they changed one of the doors in the front to one big one and one small one. I believe that's what I was told, 24-footer. There's 3 doors there now, so it'll be 2 when it's done, and 1 large one, and so that'll change some of the front, it'll change some of the framing in the front,
Right.
get rid of one of the posts. It's not on here, but I was told that, so.
Okay. Well, have to admit I regret making that decision that we made, but we've made it, and we're moving forward.
So to clarify, what have we made before Janet and I came on board?
I think just the framing.
Right, and asked him to get all the numbers together.
Okay.
So what we experienced in the police station is we lost a local contractor a little bit because of something similar. So, you know, if we put it out to bid, will you lose Heyman? I don't know.
Yeah, the original contractor that we had at the police station, we hired him, he started the work. There were some issues, and we went elsewhere. That's when we brought in Cobalt Construction Management, and
I was actually thinking when you were first getting construction bids, I can't think of his name.
Okay.
Yeah, from Paid, right?
mhm.
But he also, you know, he pulled back after he had done pricing for you.
Yeah, but we had multiple people interested at that point. We had multiple prices, and we ended up settling on Josh, ultimately,
Yeah.
who did a very good job for us and came in under budget. And like you said, I think that's why we decided to carry him forward to the highway department building. Yeah,
But to clarify, we've only obligated to the framing at this point.
I believe so.
I don't know if
So-
that's framing and foundation, I'm not sure, so I don't know if that's getting it up, but no mechanicals, I'm not sure.
I
So,
have to pull the quote.
so I noticed there's like a $40,000 number for the dirt work.
Correct,
And I
47,000.
think that's an amount that we might that we should responsibly get somebody to bid on as well.
Well, Jim.
There
has
are
already-
people that can do it in town and would be happy to do it, I think.
Well, Jim's got all the equipment. He's our road agent. He's already doing the septic system. So,
Did we award that contract?
it wasn't a contract. I believe that we just gave him the go-ahead to do it. Gonna have to go back and,
Yeah,
I think at this point, we just need to pull the minutes together and, on the record and figure out exactly what we did.
And I'm not quarreling with what's been done, I just don't know what's been done.
No, I think we need to pull that
Exactly.
together.
yeah, most of it's, conversations,
Mhm.
you know, so you didn't officially award the septic, but in conversations, he said he could do it, and then you just continue the conversation, so it's nothing official as far as awarding anything, other than,
Other than if we told somebody to do it and they did it, then we're obligated to take
Right.
care of it.
right,
Okay,
I believe the septic would be done in the same project, because the tank that's there had to be
Mhm.
moved, and the new tank will be set and all that. so
understood.
It'd be on, all under the same.
Frost wall,
Yeah. Yeah, before we award anything else, we need to pull this together.
okay.
Do you see that happening as a portion to our next meeting or a separate work session? Or what do you?
Well, we may do
Think
that
would
during
be
the work
better.
session, because that may take some time. I know we want to get started as soon as possible, but I also don't want to rush it and do it, we want to do it right.
I was actually gonna suggest a work session for next week.
Next week, I'm not gonna be around next week. It have to be after, but, do you want to just get back to us on it? When you think you can pull all the minutes together and all the information that we have so far, which I know isn't much, but you have to find it.
Mhm.
Just let us know and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Do you want me to get a few solid dimensions and some specs together?
something a little better than that with some specs would be nice to be able to make a decision and move forward.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have to be much.
I know. I mean, the dimensions here are guessing, he wasn't sure what they were.
Yep.
So we just should have kind of a solid number.
Get together with Jim.
Yeah.
All right. You sticking around for a few minutes?
If you want me
I
to.
would like you to.
Okay.
Thank you. Do you have any other questions for the code officer?
No, I'm good.
No,
Okay, thank you.
thank you. Jack.
Thank you, Jeff.
All right, Parks and Rec.
Congratulations on your anniversary.
Thank you, appreciate that.
40 years.
Wow, years.
Very good.
It is.
I'm 53.
Good for you.
When Mavin was,
I hope I make 53.
I was 12. Is it possible today we get a date for that public hearing? Planning needs to get going on this pavilion dedication. I have a sponsor actually paying for 2 signs, 1 on each end, but we can't go forward until we get this public hearing over. Can we get a date?
Can we do that at the next Selectmen's meeting?
Do we need to do a 10-day notice for this public hearing? Different public hearings have different notice dates. So,
Well, this public hearing doesn't involve money, right?
right. So I think it's only 7 days.
I'm not sure of the RSA, but I know it
Might
doesn't,
even be 5.
I know it doesn't involve money.
So
And the public hearing should be pretty simple.
I need something written up saying what the public hearing's about.
Whatever, yeah.
Okay. You want
Yeah, can I get it?
Say it again?
Do you want to bring these two up to speed on what you
Yeah,
want
as
to do?
part of the old home days celebration, the final concert is Calvin Ramsey. Shane Loving, who passed away,
Mhm.
whatever, how many months ago, we decided that we wanted to try and dedicate that pavilion in his memory.
Mhm.
His wife, his family, they're on board. Every time I talk to them, they cry. They've actually had a scholarship that's gonna pay for a kid from Kingswood, and it's actually up to $50,000.
Oh.
It'd be nice. He's done so much for me as a concert goer, as the school, cutting trees, and I know he's done a lot, so we just thought it'd be a nice gesture to do
Mhm.
that, so we need a public hearing to get the final okay, so we can continue planning.
Are you gonna put a sign up?
There's 2 signs already paid for. I don't wanna say who it is, they wanna be unidentified. One on each side, they're gonna mount it and everything, so it won't cost us anything.
Okay.
So,
Dennis, this is the pavilion down at 19.
down in 19 Mile Beach, and it was ironic that his favorite band every year would give me $1,000, but he wanted to specifically go to Calvin Ramsey,
Uh-huh.
so that was his band. And the funny story, he would never say boo when he was healthy.
Uh-huh.
He'd come to the last, well,
Yeah, he
last
and the kids
concert.
would be there, but
Yeah, but the last summer, he was there almost at every concert, knew probably he was dying, and sang his lungs out. So, yeah, it's kind of a good story. He was a good kid.
And I know you've asked about this before, so,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe if we could do that at the next selectmen's meeting,
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good idea.
Yeah.
But I can't imagine it's gonna take very long.
Do you have to put it in the paper?
That's what we have to
She's gonna
find
check
out.
on the
Yeah.
formalities.
Sorry, I would, just to back up.
It was our first day. These are 2 and 3-year-olds. Today was our
Hold on,
first.
hold on a second.
Yeah.
I would talk to Fenton, because I don't know if Fenton donated language on that.
He did.
So just, that puts anything in the works, but just,
Let him know.
right,
I mentioned that earlier when he first brought that up.
yeah. So you donate all the labor for it, so.
Okay. I can make that phone call.
So this started this morning. There was a little mix-up with some of the addresses, but the first class was 2 and 3-year-olds, and we're missing 2 here, so those 2 missing were the ones that had an address problem. Remember, we were gonna do it at the townhouse?
And this is for what?
This is Tiny Tyke Soccer.
Oh, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
so some of them went there, so they were a little late, but
Yeah.
then there's a second class, 4 and 5-year-olds, but pretty good to see these little second graders running around and stuff today. It was good. We had great weather, so
yeah.
that was good. They goes for 7 more Mondays. So, yeah, good.
Great.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah. The CPR AED class is canceled tomorrow. We had 3 signed up and a couple more were interested, but then they found out the hospital was doing it for free. So I had to spend it.
Hard to
So we lost them, so we canceled that. Outrigger Canoe began this past Sunday down there at 19 Mile Beach. We're in the process of putting a mooring application together for the sailing program. Cornhole starts on the 20th of May. I've got 8 teams now. I need 4 more teams, so if we could have a selectman team, you 2 might be a good pair right there, because she's an athlete, you know.
I do.
And I see the things about you, a lot of pitching, so
Yeah.
you guys would probably be favored. Tie-dye, we got 2 tie-dye classes coming up for the kids, June 20th, July 18th. Bike safety day is moved to June, both the firemen and the policemen are on board, so it's gonna be a good day. I talked about National Night Out, I gave the chief the whole application, he's got the background work of getting all the contacts of state police and, you know, demonstrations and things like that. But that's a nice night where we try and get the police and the
Yeah.
community together type thing. We did it maybe 4 or 5 years ago, we haven't done it since.
See if you can get a helicopter to come in.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
yeah.
That's Bike Safety Days, is that similar to what they used to host? at the
I think
school?
so, yeah, well, they're gonna check the bikes and do all that stuff.
Kids
That's-
ride into school,
No, they're not doing that, she don't wanna do that, the principal.
because they used to ride down to
I
Spider
know,
Road,
they used to
ride
go to
down
the
19
beach and
Mile
everything,
Bay.
yeah, I know,
They haven't done it in a couple of years.
Okay.
yeah, I guess some kids that didn't have bikes or couldn't ride bikes, she didn't wanna exclude them, so that's their deal, I guess. I know the budget, we were cutting the budget, but I just wanted to bring up, we got no swim instructor. That's $3,000, so if they want to take that and put that towards that, they cut up, what, 117,000?
About that, yeah.
So I don't know if they can push that way.
They're not gonna have a swim program this year.
We've advertised 6 weeks in the paper, we don't have anybody, so I mean,
Can't do it without an instructor,
yeah.
Yeah.
which is too bad. Sorry to hear that.
So the concerts, just got off the phone with the two I've been waiting on. We brought in $6,050. The budget's only $4,800, so we got a profit of $1,250 for the concert, so that's good. I just wanted to bring up that Wolfboro thing there. You know, it's May now, we haven't done anything.
I know it's high on Audrey's list of things to do.
Yeah, I know. The final thing is, we're doing two things. We're doing a kids' fun day for the school, the end of May, and we changed it up a little bit. It actually, it's getting boring. It was getting boring what they were doing, so we mixed it up a little bit. We got a kids' bingo, face painting, human horse race. From Camp Sentinel, they're giving us the dunk tank, the bounce house. We got 5 carnival games, snacks. And then during this whole thing, then of course they got the book fair going on at the same time. So it's kind of like an open campus, do what you want. And then as they're doing this, we're running field events, jump over the brook, egg toss, sack race, sneaker scramble, that type of stuff. And then we're gonna take that same program and do it the Saturday of Old Home Days, but we're adding a foam party. You know what a foam party is?
Afraid to ask.
Tell us.
It's a company that comes in, they just spray foam all over the place, and kids are in their bathing suits and stuff, and there's a DJ. And if you got time, go online and put up foam party. It's pretty exciting, yeah. But that's gonna be part of the, well, we're not doing the foam party for the kids there in the end of May, but we are gonna do it for Old Home Days. So.
Last year, we were very, very concerned about the liability about the bouncy house. And
Yeah,
I think we ended up saying, yeah, do it, but did people have to sign a paper?
we could do that.
I don't recall.
Last year, I booked 10 of those things, if you remember.
Yeah,
It was like $3,000, and we couldn't get insurance. And then 2 weeks before Old Home Days, the
Yeah.
company come back and said they would cover the insurance. And I says, I ain't got time I'm not gonna spend $3,000
Yeah.
for 11 kids to show up for these 10 blow-up type things, so. If we need to do that, we can do that with the bounce house.
okay. Well, I don't know if we need to.
Yeah, I don't know,
Because there was a question about whether our town insurance covered it, and our town insurance, if I recall right, did not cover it. But you said that the company that was providing it had
we're gonna
insurance.
do it, yeah.
So if we're gonna do it, I think it just, we need to make
Yeah,
sure that.
well, actually, the bounce house is coming from Camp Sentinel,
Okay.
so maybe we should check into it.
We're gonna check on liability.
Yeah, all right, okay.
Somebody has to cover liability, whether it be the town or the people supplying the bounce house.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think we can let this go without.
Yeah, all right, we'll check it. I just gotta say, this Old Home Days committee we put together is something we probably should have done 7 years ago when I got here, but it just, between the camps, the churches, the library, all the people have pitched in, and just give me a second, what we have right now, of course, that Thursday is the pavilion dedication with the concert. Friday, we got animal encounters at the library. We got free yoga for everybody at the beach. Cornhole tournament that night. And then we had the police and fire softball game. It was police and fire were gonna get together and play the community. But for some reason, there's something, the girl on my commission that's kinda handling this said there was something the fire department couldn't do it or something, so we gotta fill in that gap. Historical Society's got their thing going on with the crafts and the bake sale and all that. Same thing with the United Methodist Church. The antique car show is gonna be bigger this year. We've got a doll and dog parade. Then we got that Kid Fest, which I told you about. We're gonna try it out with the school and hopefully it'll go for Old Home Days. Sunday, we got a church service, scavenger hunt, and then the town picnic. And there might be a thing, one of the girls wants to do a big kite flying festival, so it's going good. It's going good, and it's good that the whole, and then like the camps, it's funny because we were trying to tie into them for a road race and a couple other things on the water, but it's their last week of camp. So one of the camps, Camp Bellingham, is doing all the marketing, all the flyers and everything, so he's been coming to the meeting, and that's gonna be a big help too, so.
Nice.
So that's it, so we'll check on the bounce house. We'll like to check the Wolfboro, I'll check.
Not yet. Not yet. Don't go anywhere yet.
You had your question about that agreement.
Oh, right, we talked about it at Parks and Rec, just, for that agreement, I think one of the most important things, if we can try to work out, is, right, excuse me, right now, whenever we can register for activities through Wolfboro Parks and Rec, with our current agreement, we can access those activities on the opening day. Other towns have to wait 2 weeks
Right.
past that
Yeah.
opening day to
see if there's
register.
openings.
And a lot of the times, 2 weeks later, they're full, or there's one spot left, or so I just want to see if there's a way to keep that in the agreement, so we're not closing those doors for
Yeah.
the kids in our community.
Do you have the opportunity or the inclination to assist Audrey in working with Wolfboro Parks and Rec to come to a new agreement?
I can work with you, Audrey, on that,
Great.
if that would be
That'd
helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, great.
Does that mean the agreement, the old agreement is
We don't
subject
have an
to?
old agreement.
Oh,
That's the
okay.
thing. We've got something that was established many, many years ago. And we've just
I
been
know we write them
following
check,
suit
but I
ever
don't know
since.
what we got out of it, that's.
Exactly, nobody does. Just only the last couple of years, the town of Wolfboro has been keeping some kind of a list of how many people go skating or
Camp or
yeah, whatever,
skiing or whatever. It's things that we don't have.
to justify
Yeah.
the $16,000 that we pay them every year.
I think it would be also good to tell the people in Tuftonboro what the deal is, so they can take advantage of it.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
I honestly believe too, I mean, if we didn't pay them a cent, those people from Tuftonboro were still gonna go to Parks and Rec over there and pay the extra $30 or whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
I would love to have that 16,000 in my budget so I could do something for the town of Tuftonboro.
And I think they would pay the extra, it would just, they might not have the chance to if all the seats are already full, which could be part of, maybe there's some other agreement where we're not,
Yeah.
we're
I mean,
not
and we-
spending as much
We have
money,
many
but we
local
still can
residents in
register
our
early
programs,
or,
and we don't
right.
charge them extra.
Yeah,
right.
You know, whether it be cornhole or basketball, whatever it is. I mean, adult dodgeball, and, you know, we don't charge them any extra either, so
right.
that should be brought up too.
Yeah.
So, anything else?
Good, thank you for being here with Audrey on that. Yes,
Yeah, I'm not sure if we meet tomorrow. I gotta check what
It's on the schedule.
oh, it is
I
tomorrow.
did see on the,
Everybody get ready then.
well, I've got you and Jack here in the same room and,
Yeah.
and us in the same room. I just wanna put it on the table and clarify. You've been asking to put a stove and a refrigerator up at the townhouse. And I know that there's Board of Health concerns. I
Septic
want
concerns,
I want
everything.
to put it on the table of why why we can't do
Yeah,
that.
the septic's not designed for any kitchening up there.
And I don't,
And if you have people in there and you're serving food, the water all has to be tested all the time. It has to be put. There's a lot more to it.
we have to
than
put
just that.
multiple sinks up there for
Yeah,
sanitation.
sanitation, wash sinks, 3-bay sinks, the whole 9 yards.
It's not, I just want you to understand that
Because
it's
it's
not
a town
as easy.
thing, it's not a non-profit thing like a church would have a supper or something like that. It's totally different because it's a town entity. There's a
I
lot
thought it
more,
was
a
just
lot
the
more to
septic.
it.
No.
And it's septic as well.
You can serve snacks, pre-made snacks, like when the school goes up there on voting day. and
yeah, the election.
They sell snacks, but we can't manufacture foods up there and we can't do cleaning up there.
Right.
That's it. I know you want, I don't have a problem with the refrigerator to keep cans of soda and water in, but I think a stove and even a refrigerator is, I don't know where you're gonna put it.
Right.
Crock pot night.
Yeah, so I just wanted to lay that out on the table.
All right, no problem. I'm with you. Happy anniversary.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Wow.
Thank you, Jack.
Good, how are you? Good.
All set. Highway Department.
hello.
Hi, Jim.
Before you get into that report too much, I want to let Jack go. Can you work with Jack on coming up with a set of specs for your building and a better drawing than what he has?
Okay, do you have a drawing? I didn't.
Yeah, that was our question.
You can call it that.
I don't
It's
know.
a drawing.
Okay.
Yeah. Before we start hiring other people, subs and whatnot, I think it's a good idea to bring these two up to speed, get all of
Okay.
our information together, what we've approved already. I'm pretty sure we've approved framing. And I don't know if we actually formally gave you the septic system or not. But we need to pull that all together, bring everybody up to speed, and basically start from almost
Okay.
scratch.
That sounds fine. I mean, you've been in there with Scott and stuff, I think, already, haven't you? Oh, you haven't?
I was there one day with Josh, he just wanted me to show me what was talked about doing, that was quite a while ago, and we just kind of walked around and looked, and that was it.
Okay. Yeah, because I know Scott,
Yeah, he went and looked at the service and all that, because that's go back up to the salt shed.
yeah, which was a new thing that got added to,
Right.
you know, now we have to trench all the way down from there and
Yeah,
then pave back over the areas that we,
right, and then obviously the new septic system with the tank's gonna get moved, because the bathroom's gonna get moved, because the corner of the building's not the same spot anymore. Because you're filling the whole back in, correct? Right
yeah.
now it's
it'll be-
T-shaped,
yeah,
so you're
pushed
filling
out to the
two-
side.
Right, so the bathroom will be moved, and we were talking earlier about, do you need a shower in there?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Hmm.
We were just talking about it, because it doesn't add a lot to it,
Toilet and sink.
just in case.
Yeah, we have a toilet,
It was
sink,
definitely-
and then we have another wash tub that's a little
Outside,
bigger.
yeah.
Yeah, that's all we have for plumbing in there.
Okay.
Well, the plumbing's gonna be new, that's why we're asking if a shower
Yep.
would be needed.
It hasn't been yet, so.
Okay, works for me. But I think we need to formalize it rather than have it on a napkin.
Okay. All right, I thought Josh was handling that, to be honest.
Well, he did, he gave us a proposal.
He didn't draw a sketch or anything?
There,
I need a sketch,
Okay,
so,
there needs to be a little bit more to
yeah,
it.
there's no specs on it or anything, there's no specs to what these subs are actually doing. We have
okay.
a number of plumbing, we have a number for electric.
We're spending taxpayer dollars to do this. And if somebody comes up and says, oh, what are we building? We'd like to be able to give them something and say, this is what we're building.
Okay, so
Rather
it
than-
sounds to me like Josh has all those numbers and specs as far as I.
He does, he has the numbers.
But I mean, he's the one that got the pricing as well
Yeah,
for
All the
electricians and
subs,
plumbers.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, but this is your building, and I would like you to take the brunt of the responsibility of providing us with a drawing of what you want. Work with Jack will help,
Okay,
but we need something a little more substantial than what we have.
yeah, excellent. Yeah, I can come in this week and help tell you what I want. I don't know if I
Yeah, I'll
can.
have to meet over
Draw
there,
it any
run
better.
around Wednesday, we can do it
Yeah.
Thursday or Friday or whatever. but-
Okay, yeah, I mean, I don't know if we have a way
We'll have to
to
go
use
there
it.
and measure it. 'cause
A
I
CAD program or something like that.
don't- No, I can.
No, it can be
draw
drawn.
something- We can draw something out just a little bit more formal than what we have. so.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
And then kind of a list of specs of what's getting installed, not just a bottom line number of electrician, heat.
because right now it just says plumbing, X amount of dollars.
oh, yeah,
Is it a
Okay.
toilet, a sink, or a water fountain?
yeah, okay.
Right.
Yeah, wasn't aware of that, but okay, yeah, we'll work on that,
Okay,
absolutely.
thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Jack.
Okay. Here's a
Thank
copy
you.
of. Yes, one up here for Kim.
Jim.
You know if you want me to?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Okay, street sweeping of the roads and parking lots was completed in April for a total of $11,505. Each street sweeper costs $195 an hour, plus they need to have us with the town truck close by, to dump into. These numbers are just going up on everything lately. So I just thought I'd make you aware of what we
Did
spent.
you have a separate number for street? Yeah, you did.
You know what, I didn't, I asked to put it in just last week, I was like, that should probably be a separate line item. So she put it in, but it's, not really connected to a number, and it will come off of spring is where it's gonna come off from.
It's gonna come off of your spring.
Yep,
Well, that's pretty much gonna kill your spring.
well, I think it may already be deducted from spring, if I remember right. It hasn't been deducted from anything?
It's
Okay.
it's in,
Okay,
I
so
saw the
yeah, it
note
will-
on the
Yep, so that will
invoice.
kill spring for sure.
so you've got, just so you can see, this is where Audrey entered it, under road sweeping. So she entered the bill, so it became a negative here. but this is what you've got left in spring maintenance. You spent this is what you've got left. So that effectively
Wipes it out, yep.
kills your spring maintenance.
Yep.
And you have to look at your winter materials the same way, so you have winter maintenance and then you have material stuff.
Okay.
And your overall budget, you're already at 58%. That's concerning.
Yeah, well, at the same time, I think the winter's over, which was the grunt of the expense.
No, I know, but we don't know what's going to happen in the fall.
Well, we don't.
We don't know if it's
No, I
going
need to cut back everywhere else to
You got to
make
cut
sure
back
that,
everywhere else.
so we can make it all work.
Yeah, I mean, even things like road striping. Do we need to do road striping this year?
Yeah, I think it needs it. It is a safety item. The only thing that I was wondering is if we want to do it early, we won't be able, there's no point in doing Sodom Road, I guess. But we have to talk about the paving before we get into that, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because we have a couple.
So
Options
we
that we
need
talked
you to
about.
look at places on here that you can either kick the can down the road or
Yep, yeah, and I have.
or not
you
do it
know,
all this year.
I understand, we can, I have a few areas to look at.
Fuel is hitting everybody.
Oh, I know. Yep. And, yeah, so I think that, there's a couple of other areas that we can cut back on. Apron paving, we could probably eliminate that, that would save us some money. There's a few things that we could do differently
Okay.
to help out. I am aware, just so you.
Okay.
I'm doing my best.
I know. I can't emphasize it enough.
Okay, understood.
19 Mile Bay signs, those road signs. Have you talked to the police chief?
No, I wasn't.
Those 4.
Jamie's gonna let me know what to order. So
Okay,
Jamie's in charge right now, we're waiting for him.
Okay.
Okay,
Didn't know I
Alright.
was
it's
supposed
in
to.
Jamie's court.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So once you two guys decide, I've already talked to Jamie about what I'd like to see on the sign, and
Yeah.
you're going to order them, and then when they come in, you'll be installing them.
Yeah, I'll work with Jim to order them.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't aware of the whole
Okay.
sign ordering thing, so.
All right. Thank you.
We've been filling potholes on Sodom Road and a few other roads. And we picked up a small truckload, town truckload at Pikes. That cost $2,100. We normally used to pay like $1,100.
For what? Cold patch?
Cold patch, yeah. That went,
Petroleum.
yeah, exactly. It went crazy, for sure. So that's just where everything is heading at the moment. But we've also been filling potholes on the gravel roads, and we hope to start grading soon, once the roads are dry enough. We cleaned up several downed trees on different roads, repaired a washout on Ledge Hill Road, replaced missing and damaged signs. We've been cleaning out the screens on the culverts that have beavers living nearby.
Thoughts just passed my mind. Many years ago, Lapola's, you know where John Lapola lives?
Yep.
They put out a deaf child sign.
Yep.
Because his daughter is hard of hearing. I don't know if she,
Grandchildren, I think.
I don't know if she still lives there anymore.
Well, their grandchild. We put, that wasn't that long ago, we put up for his grandchildren.
Okay, the question is, do we still need that sign there?
Yeah. I don't know, his first granddaughter, I don't think we put that out probably more than 5 years ago.
Okay.
So I'm not sure, I guess I can,
If you see him, ask him.
okay. Yep,
If he doesn't need it there anymore, it can come down.
okay. We'll ask him.
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, yeah, no worries. The town truck has been brought to ATG in Lancaster 2 times for recalls. We actually have a third coming up, I was told about, that they haven't figured out the solution yet, but it will be coming up.
What's going on?
I don't remember exactly, but it seemed like a small enough item of something being attached to the frame that wasn't staying or something like that, it wasn't making contact, so they're gonna work on that and figure out how they wanna handle it. But I was just warned, there will be, because I said, geez, you've been here twice in the last month. He goes, I hate to tell you, but there'll be a third one coming. So,
Okay.
nothing big that I'm aware of anyways. In the middle of May, the catch basin cleaners will be coming in. Their rate is now $250 an hour, plus we have to bring them around to all the catch basins and we inspect them as they go. We started ditching along New Road, Harvest Lane as part of the paving prep. We've also cleaned up ditch lines and culvert openings on Durgan, Phineas Graves, and Canaan Road. I've talked to 2 paving companies and asked them about Sodom Road and to get a ballpark pricing. And the biggest thing is, we talked about doing a shim coat over the whole thing. And my concern is, I don't think that's the right way to fix it. I think we're gonna have a problem. When we were out there, we were blowing out the water out of the small potholes one day, so we could cold patch them in. And instead of lifting a big sheet of the pavement, it's very thin now. What's gonna stop that after you put something over it from still having problems? I'm nervous about that. I talked to one paving company and said, you'll probably be fine, we'll get that down. We gotta put down 3/4 inch, not half inch like we thought, which we did have the budget for it, if I'm not mistaken. And I talked to another paving company and I said, geez, I'm a little concerned. I told him the whole thing. He goes, yeah, there's gonna be problems. All that problem's gonna come back. He's like, I would highly recommend doing it the correct way. And he said, that's what I've been saying all along. I feel like it's gonna bite me. I think if we have 620,000, do we have 620,000 in our budget for that? Because that's what I had on my sheet. This is what I have. I don't know if that's the same thing you have.
Yeah, that looks right.
Okay.
That goes into an expendable trust.
That's a warrant.
But we also, let's see, that's 2026 here. So, we talked about new road, reclaiming paving.
Yep.
Can we make a copy of that for the other selectmen?
Sure.
You know what? I can let somebody borrow. I think I have a extra copy if you guys want.
Yeah, we can share.
Okay.
We'll share.
She's making copies.
And then on top of that, I got some other new ones that we can look at too. This is new from Allstate that he priced up this year. I don't know, it feels like it's thicker than this one.
The same.
So I think the way I did my math, if we did Harvest Lane, New Road, Pine Mill, and I got a ballpark figure today of about 210,000 to grind 1 mile of 1 mile of Sodom Road on the end where we're not changing culverts. I talked to, I think it was Josh from HEB, no, it was Trevor from HEB.
Is it 1 mile, the end being upward, intersection 171?
Correct, yes, 171, that's the worst end.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's bad.
So my way to the dump.
Yeah, it's just getting worse daily, but
So,
however,
Jim wants to, we're eventually gonna pave the whole road. The whole thing.
Mhm.
But since we're doing culvert work on that road in multiple spots, we're deferring the paving a year, at least 1
Sure.
year.
and the
How-
reason why we're not doing the culverts ourselves this year is we're waiting to see if we're gonna get funded from FEMA, correct?
I think we are. I think we got approved for that, didn't we?
Okay, that's why we're not doing them ourselves like we normally do.
Okay.
And at town meeting, we had to come up with the, whatever the percentage was, our portion.
Right,
But I believe that we got
yes, and it's passed and that,
funded.
right,
We're moving,
yes.
okay. So, we're not paving Sodom Road this year, but there's a certain section of the road that's in pretty rough shape.
I know where it is.
And Jim and I are in a little disagreement here. Jim wants to drag shim the whole road, or shim the whole road. I'm saying that I think we only need to do from 171 up to the Sodom Brook Bridge. That's the worst section of the road.
So I don't really wanna shim the whole road? Or the road's past that ability now, after talking to remember I told you I wanted to talk to some
Because
people.
and all it has to do is last one winter. Because next year we're gonna be paving the whole thing.
Yeah, well, just a top coat, a
Right.
French coat of 1.5 inches, which, with a drag coat and then a top coat where you only get 2 inches. I don't know if it's thick enough to hold the problems down. Or are they all coming back?
We have to, you want to make this last a winter, so we can pave it next year.
So my newest thought is, why don't we pave just past New Road from the culvert work that's starting just on the south side of New Road to 171. It's about 210,000 is a rough number. We're supposed to get more numbers tomorrow, but hopefully more accurate. So with my calculation, if we do New Road and New Road, Harvest Lane and Sodom, 1 mile, it's only 1/3 of it, roughly 1/3 of the road. But we do it correctly. We grind it all up, reclaim, and then put a base coat, 2.5-inch base coat down and gravel the shoulders. We're looking at about 210,000. So doing that should be around, my estimate here would be about 555,000, which would leave us about 65,000 to do any prep work that we need to do.
So you're saying from 171 to where?
Ralph Carpenter's place.
Correct. So,
You're saying grind it and pave that proper?
yeah, I think you do it right the first time.
Because we're not doing culvert work there, right?
He said the only culvert work that he knows about that he
It's on
has,
the other side of Sodom Brook.
well, he said there is, but the driveway culverts on the other side, which don't affect the road, the driveway culverts. That's the only thing that he was mentioning for culvert work. And then it starts from there, and then he said from the bridge on Sodom Road up to like the town shed, I think he said there's 6 culverts going in there.
Driveway culverts.
Nope, those are regular culverts on the
No,
road.
right, and you're not talking about paving there.
No, not for this year, or we don't have the
That'll be
budget.
part of
Yeah.
the
I don't want to
project.
do any paving,
Well, we have to do the
except for
culverts.
maybe drag shimming to get you by a year, where we're crossing the road with culverts, that's all I'm saying.
Yep,
I think
understood.
it's a waste of money.
Well, we don't have the budget for it, that's already been
Right, that's the
decided.
bottom line.
That's out the window. That's not an option. We talked about, you guys had mentioned you were gonna do the shim coat and stuff, and I said, let me talk to some paving outfits, because I'm not comfortable putting my name on shimming that when the road is in that type of condition. It's poor condition. I don't wanna hang my name on it. I know it's up to you guys if you wanna shim it and put a top coat over it and hang your name on it, but I don't feel comfortable doing it.
No, I wasn't even talking about putting a top coat on it, I was
Yeah,
just
that would
talking,
be next year.
I was just talking
Even
about
next year.
shimming it, period. And then next year, it would be ground up and paved.
Oh, I wasn't thinking that. No, okay. You were thinking that we're gonna grind it and,
Because that's what you want to do with Sodom Road, you want to
Well,
grind it, pave it, right?
we
Just like we
did
did on Ledge Hill Road?
that was just a shim coat and a top coat. A drag shim and a
Right.
top coat.
Right. Where
Which
did
is
we
what we
grind?
talked about. We did talk about that for Sodom Road, but that went out the window with the culvert work.
Mhm.
So now we have a choice to spend 150,000 and we can put a shim coat on the whole thing and hoping that it holds everything down and all the problems. I don't know that it will. Or we could just do 1 mile of it and do it correct and know that that's fine and gonna work. Yes, we're still gonna have another mile that's probably not that good, but
As long as there's no culvert work under that section of road that
There
you
won't
want
be.
to do.
Yep,
Yeah.
1 mile of it, there'll be no
I don't
culvert
want
work
to do
under it.
any.
There's only one culvert
Paving.
from there up, and I've already changed that years ago, the big one. I changed the 4-footer probably 10 years ago.
Okay.
My personal opinion is that I'd rather see us do it right.
As long as we're not doing it twice.
Right, agree, yep.
And I think we're gonna be doing it more than once if we do the drag coat with the top coat in the future. We're just not gonna get the longevity out of it. We don't know what's gonna happen underneath there, because it's delaminating. I mean, if you can take a leaf blower and blow up sections of
Yeah,
it.
no, I've driven over it, I see where the truck went off on the side of the road on New Road a couple
Yeah,
weeks ago.
takes to do
Yeah,
that.
this is funny, I saw that like the day before you sent me the picture.
Yeah, we got that kind of squared away, but.
Yeah.
But I do want to grind up, so 1 mile of Sodom Road, I want to grind up all of New Road, and I want to grind up all of Harvest Lane.
Mhm.
And then we're just going to put a base coat down on all of them for this year. There won't be a top coat, it'll be just a base coat, which is normal for us.
Okay,
We always let it sit
that's
a
what you
year.
did at Pine Hill, whatever it
Yes,
is.
oh, and we're going to
After
put,
Woods.
yeah, and we're going to put a top coat on
On Pine
on
Mill.
Pine Mill. Yep,
You have $620,000 to work with,
yep,
which includes any of your prep work
correct.
and striping
Oh, we threw the striping in there too.
on new work.
Okay.
On new work, striping goes in the capital.
Oh, so that'd be just the 1 mile
If it's
of
maintenance,
Sodom.
yeah,
Yeah.
if it's
Right.
maintenance stripe work, like you want to do striping on Union Wharf Road again.
Yeah, we do.
That goes under your operating budget.
Okay. Do we have a line item for that still? Is that an existing thing?
Yes. Road
Yes,
striping.
and you have
$21,000.
$21,000 in that budget
Okay,
for road
so
striping.
that's good. That should do everything that we need to do. And we'll leave this, the 1 mile will be come out of the budget for paving on Sodom Road.
The budget chairman was pushing the striping to be part of the warrant article. I don't know if the selectmen indeed included that. Is what you just had, Jim, the wording of the warrant article?
Yes. Actually, I'm gonna let you read that since you have glasses on.
Under simply,
To see if the town will establish an expendable trust fund for paving of town roads and town facilities, and to vote and raise and appropriate the sum of $620,000 for the preparation and paving of town roads and town facilities. Selectmen will be agents to expend. It doesn't specify,
And it
Striping,
wasn't.
but
I think it should be
I'm
included.
in agreement with the budget committee chairman that any new paving that we do that has to be striped afterwards should be in the warrant article.
Well, this
Yeah,
board of selectmen has to decide because
Yeah.
previously
I know,
it wasn't
I know, we
included.
were, the previous board of selectmen were at odds on that. But I believe that what I just said, new roads,
Okay.
freshly paved.
New road doesn't get striped.
Okay, you
No,
wanna-
not new road, new roads.
Oh, okay.
Any new paving that you do,
Okay.
and that has to be striped, is included in the warrant article.
shall we address that right now?
And any roads that you're striping, that are existing roads, that are just maintenance striping, should be in your operating budget. Are we in agreement?
We are.
Yes.
So I just have one other point before you finalize is, was the 620,000 in the warrant article, did that include striping or was that only the paving estimate?
It's not specified, so I'm gonna, according to this, it does not say anything about striping.
What I'm saying is he gonna have enough if you include it now? Because
Well,
I don't think it was when you wrote it.
you said you can do what you were just talking about for $555,000
Plus his work.
Yeah, 555.
plus your work. Are you gonna have money for
Yeah,
striping?
because we're only gonna stripe 1 mile of Sodom Road. And the rest of it would be striped with
When you do,
my
the-
budget.
yeah, when you do the
But
top,
the-
Congress Lane's not gonna get striped.
Now,
Pine Mill Road is not gonna get striped, or Pine Mill Drive, excuse me.
New roads now.
New road's not gonna get striped,
Hmm.
so striping is really a non-issue this year. You can-
Except for 1
You
mile.
can include that, you can,
I think we
everybody
should
agrees.
establish a precedent that says when we're doing new projects like this, that striping's included.
yeah, I agree.
Hmm.
Do you think we need to make that a motion, or just,
I just need to know it's part of the decision of the new selectmen. So,
Well, I'm fine making a motion to that effect, and we got it covered.
yeah.
well, state your motion.
My motion is what I just said, that
So what we were
that
just, what we were
striping,
just
the
talking about,
costs of striping are just gonna be included as part of any new project, like including all the other elements of the cost, whatever Jim has to do.
yeah, and maintenance striping is part of the operating
And,
budget.
yes. Correct.
Do you want a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Passes unanimously.
Okay. So, are you guys thinking that we want to do the 1 mile?
Yep.
And I'll get bids to do the 1 mile as opposed to anything else?
Yeah, as long as there's no culverts underneath it, I'm okay with that.
I will double check, but I made it a point. I called Trevor and asked him. He told me all the culverts. He looked at the thing. He's supposed to send me something, but he hasn't yet. But listed the culverts to me. And as I said, well, what if we paved, I told him my idea. I said, what if we paved from that last culvert south of, the south side of New Road? He said, yeah, there won't be anything under the road at that point. It'll be just maybe one or two that he remembers on the driveway culverts. That's all.
There was one at County Road that was crossing the road.
Yep, and then the bottom of that hill, there was like 4 or 5 more that I know of.
Okay. And they're not underneath where you wanna
No,
pave?
then
Okay.
the next one is a little stream that flows on the, where I want to stop the paving.
Yeah.
South of New Road, which is near Ralphie Carpenter's house, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we'll get pricing on that.
3 bids or put it out to bid.
Yeah, at least three prices.
Yeah, I'd like to pick the 3 if we could. Because we've had some in the past that I know that I don't really want to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. Other towns won't deal with them. They've been asked not to bid on anything anymore, or just to avoid that. But yeah, I'm thinking, the bigger companies. Allstate, GMI, and probably.
I don't have a copy of the procurement policy. Or do I?
It's an invitation to bid is how it would be listed. That's what Allstate and Wolf are doing now.
I do not have a copy of the procurement policy on me. As long as it follows the procurement policy.
Reach that
Good thing I didn't go by that, huh?
Right.
Yeah,
So I need to get a copy of the policy?
yeah, get a copy of the procurement policy.
Okay.
I have a copy of it here. I don't know if you wanna, if you wanna look at it now.
Yeah, sure. Look at it real quick. I mean, the question is this is a large enough ticket item that should be put out to bid. The town will solicit proposals from at least 3 vendors or contractors able to provide the needed professional service. Selection should be made using the following criteria: proposal review, interview of individuals, reference check, including site visits if applicable, and price. Certain professional services such as architectural and engineering services, construction, auditing, and legal services, among others, are more appropriately solicited through an RFP. This is due to the need to consider factors other than price, such as professional qualifications, previous experience in related projects, and review of support staff background. When soliciting RFPs, the specifications must contain as a minimum the following information. The town will solicit at least 3.
So if I get 3 bids,
Well,
Yeah, from what I remember reading, it sounded what Jim proposed would be fine, but
as long as the 3 of us are in agreement. Soliciting 3 proposals is an acceptable form. So as long as the 3 of us are in agreement.
and they're qualified and he's saying they're established companies and
Mhm.
yeah, we get bigger companies that manufacture their own pavement,
Yeah,
their
okay.
own hot top.
Are the 3 of us okay with him direct soliciting from 3 vendors rather than doing a formal, an outside bid?
yes.
Have
I
we
am.
worked with each of the 3 that you have in mind in the past, or?
I've only worked with 2 of them.
Mhm.
The third one is GMI. We have not worked with them, but
I've worked with GMI.
in the past, was it last year, the year before, they gave us a pretty good bid price, but they screwed up the bid price thing and we threw it out. But I want to give them another shot. They're already going to give us a proposal.
Good.
So I've talked to 2 companies of the 3. I just need to talk with Pike and get them to come. And I want to show them and, we got to come up with a, standard form of what we want, but,
Well, what you want is basically what's
Yeah.
right here.
Right.
correct.
You've already got that listed, and as long as it's
And I
all
actually
described.
ride with them, I show them everything and tell them, oh, look, I want this clear. And there's a few things that I added to it a little bit.
So I think as long as you present us with 3
comparable.
quotes, and I
Yeah.
think that satisfies the procurement requirements.
I think the numbers are gonna be surprisingly close too.
Okay,
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll call one more company this week and hopefully we'll have everything ready for next week to,
so as long as you can do the paving that you want to do, your prep work, and what little striping,
6:20.
620.
Understood?
We all in agreement?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. Anything else?
Did you get a chance to figure out about, that issue I called you about, getting paid every week? Is that something we could vote on?
We would, we can bring that up. I mentioned it to Audrey, but it was something that we need to talk about, the three of us here. The accounts payable, accounts receivables, payables, as I should say, payables, get done bi-weekly. However, I'm willing to make an exception for our road agent. He's doing the service directly for the town as a road agent. He has people that he has to pay on a weekly basis, and he would like to bill us on a weekly basis.
Well, and I've been doing it I got paid every week for 17 years. This is like a new thing that just came up, that to be paid bi-weekly. And everybody else still gets a weekly check. Everybody else in town gets a weekly check, except for me.
Meaning the employees.
Yeah, all the other
Yeah.
employees, so the fire department, everybody in the town office, the police department, everybody gets a weekly check. And I used to, and now it became bi-weekly.
Why did that change?
Last year.
Was it?
Was it last year or the year before?
The year before.
Year before. So 2 years, in order to make the office more efficient, Audrey wanted to do bi-weekly payables rather than weekly. Made sense, made perfect sense. But it's
Bi-weekly payroll makes sense too.
Yes.
That's another discussion, but as far as Jim is concerned, see, he is our road agent, as opposed to, I mean, he is a subcontractor per se, but he's also our elected road agent. I'm willing to make an exception for him.
How much
Kami,
is it-
And Kami said that she doesn't mind, it doesn't take her any extra time.
How much are we, the weekly billings usually, roughly?
Well,
It's
depends if
different.
it's winter or summer.
Winter, summer, yeah, they could be different, but it could be 10,000 a week, it could be
Okay.
20,000 a week.
All right, I'm
Audrey?
okay with that.
Jim, would you be okay if we did it as an ACH transfer?
I don't know what that means.
It goes into your account from our bank to your,
Oh, direct deposit?
Direct deposit.
Instead of a
Yeah.
check?
Oh, I'd love that, yeah, that's even faster, perfect.
So if the treasurer is okay with that, if the selectmen also approve it, because the goal would hopefully be if our one employee will do direct deposit, then the selectmen would only have to sign checks every other week.
well, first of all, let me just say I'm fully in support of ACH. I'd like to see it implemented it more than just Jim. But do we need a motion on that too, or how would you prefer that it be addressed?
Yeah, the municipal finances are really pretty strict, and I don't know how many towns actually do ACH with very many vendors. We had one vendor at the police station we did ACH with, but yeah, municipal finance is a different animal.
Okay, but
So-
we shouldn't be constrained by that. It makes sense. It's a business decision. I think as far as Jim's concerned, let's start with him.
Yes.
And if he's willing to do it that way, we've already crossed that bridge. And I think I'm fully in support of it.
I'll make a motion that we let the road agent bill us, and we will pay him on a weekly basis rather than bi-weekly
By ACH.
via ACH.
A second.
Direct deposit's easier.
Motion's been made, seconded. Any further discussion?
No?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great, thank you guys,
Okay. Thank you. I really appreciate the work you do for us,
and thanks.
and if this helps.
Yep, it definitely does.
Thank you.
Yeah, as far as payroll, that's another discussion.
I know.
Anything else?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. Great.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
I guess have a good night.
Thank you.
Fire will not be arriving, they're out in the field.
Okay, we heard the sirens earlier.
That's what they are.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
and now we're gonna have a public hearing. Do you have a verbiage for public hearing? No.
I do not.
Okay, well then I'm gonna open up a public hearing. We have two subjects to discuss tonight. Transfer station rate adjustment and police department police detail rate adjustment. So, seeing as the police chief is here, if you want to come up and brief everybody on your detail rates.
Sure. How is everybody tonight?
How are you?
Good. Wasn't planning to say anything, but let's go for it. Back in February, I turned around and I approached the Board of Selectmen about raising our detail rate for people and companies that want to hire a police officer to do some jobs out on the street. And we were initially at $75 an hour. An officer would take home $45 an hour, and the rest of the money would go towards town costs, gasoline, that type of thing. I had turned around and collected data from all the law enforcement agencies in Carroll County back in July. So that gave the selectmen an idea. I certainly did not make copies for you because I wasn't anticipating, but if you wanted to see the list, that would give you an idea of how it was broken down. After some discussion,
Can you do it before 6?
after some discussion, the Board of Selectmen voted to go with my recommendation that we bill out $90 an hour. 65 would go to the officer, and the remainder would go to the fees and the gasoline, that kind of thing. And it was voted on, and all were in favor. And then I think some information came to light that we would probably need to have a public hearing to have public input, because this was obviously a fee change. And as a general rule, so you guys know, we have a revolving expenditure fund strictly for details. So when the officer will work the detail, it will be reported by me to add the town hall for payroll, where we will pay right out of that revolving fund. And then we will turn around and bill the entity or the person. They will reimburse us. It goes back into the fund to be replenished, so we continue to have that amount. So just to be clear to both you guys, this has no way, shape, or form any money coming out of town funds. It's strictly an outside source.
So what do we need to do?
Well, formally, I need to wait till 6 o'clock because I started early. This was posted at 6 o'clock for the public hearing, so my apologies for bringing you in a few minutes early. We're not going to vote on it until a couple minutes past 6, just to give the public an opportunity to show up.
Okay.
Was it not voted on back in February?
The selectmen supported it.
Oh,
However,
it wasn't.
because it's a rate change, it has to have a public hearing, and then
Okay.
we move after the public hearing. So we're gonna formalize this after 6 o'clock.
Yeah, so this is the RSA to bring the public hearing to order under RSA.
I think I said all that.
Okay. 4198, yeah.
This is just a little bit different than what I said, so
Yeah.
I'll reformalize this after 6 o'clock. So in the meantime,
Jamie,
thank you,
Jamie,
Chief.
I have a question.
Yes,
Does the officer take the town vehicle, his assigned vehicle, or?
Yes, most of the time, because we're issued assigned vehicles, we will use that to commute to and from.
Okay, that's
And
what
that's
the
where
town
the
part is.
administrative fees and gasoline reimbursement come into play.
Understood. Okay, thanks.
And just out of curiosity, has there been any new information based on Saturday's episode?
There is, as a matter of fact, I just received it within the hour. So I'll give you guys this right off the bat. I know it's already circulating out there. The gist of it is, after autopsies today, the people were identified and it was deemed as a double suicide. So there was no homicide involved.
Okay. Okay. Very sad,
Yeah.
very sad. And I know that they were well known in the community.
That is my understanding.
Yep. Okay. Thank you for your work.
You're welcome.
I know it was a
Thank
tough
you.
day Saturday. Let's see. We'll go to the consent calendar. Try to get some of this out of the way. Today's consent calendar consists of real estate exemption for Sentinel Ministries, real estate exemption for United Methodist Church, real estate exemption for Boston YMCA, real estate exemption for Melvin Village Community Church, real estate exemption for Tuftomer Historical Society, a deed waiver, an abatement granted, 1, 2, 3 abatements granted, and an abatement denial. And I have not had a chance to look through these. I'm more concerned about the abatements. The churches, these nonprofits that are listed, this is something that we do every year. They're entitled to it, and we do it every year.
So, Bonnie, I have a question about the the camps. It used to be that they gave a payment in lieu of taxes. And have those amounts changed in the last 10 years since I was on the budget committee?
Well, as far as I know, the right thing for them to do is give a payment in lieu of taxes, but I don't think that they are obligated to give a payment in lieu of taxes. And Camp Belknap is the only one that hasn't given us a payment in lieu of taxes.
I think a couple others
Yeah.
have,
They
yeah.
We've had
Yeah.
2 or 3 in the past couple of years.
Okay. And part of the issue is our code officer and fire department have to go and do annual inspections every year
Mm-hmm,
at a cost to the town.
yes.
So this payment in lieu of taxes is supposed to help offset
Mm-hmm.
these costs. That's kind of where we stand. Do we make it a formality to insist on payment in lieu of taxes, or what?
I'm sort of thinking we ought to send them a nice note and say, you know, here's the assessed value of the real estate that you hold, and maybe you might consider doing some amount, not necessarily what they would pay in taxes, but perhaps a little more than what they have paid recently.
Do we start charging a fee for the services that we provide?
I'd see if we, I think it's better to ask rather than insist, so I would
Yeah.
ask first.
Is this something that we want to discuss and deal with tonight, or something that we talk about this year
Do you want to help me draft the letter,
and
Steve?
resolve?
Yeah, let's do that. Just a pleasant, nicely worded letter that, something along the lines that I just said.
The selectmen can review at the next meeting.
Because that has been something that the selectmen have been talking about since I've been sitting in these chairs, and nothing has really come of it, other than the fire chief and code officer have provided us data on the amount of time that they spend doing these annual inspections, which costs us money. So you guys gonna work on that? Okay, good. This deed waiver is what we talked about when Jackie was here last. There's a property in North Country Village, I'm not gonna list any names, but by taking over this property from non-payment of taxes will subject us to the other fees and dues that are normally associated with North Country Village. So
Right.
it's not in our best interests.
Well, I remember the amount was nominal right now.
It's nominal, yeah, and it's certainly
It's
not
not
in our
worth
best
getting into
interests to take it. So this is an abatement recommendation. I don't know if you've had a chance to look at these. One is on 53 Mountain Road, the other one is 41 Tuftonboro Neck Road, recommended. Hillside Terrace, recommended. And then we have one on Governor Wentworth Highway that is not recommended. Oh, no, this is recommendation, sorry. Recommended. Recommended.
I remember there was a denial.
Oh, this is denial right here, sorry. They're out of order. So I'm gonna make a motion that we sign the consent calendar as presented.
Second?
Any further discussion? All
No?
those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Action items. Police station paving. We have a quote from NR Howard Construction. NR Howard is the company that's already doing our excavation work, and they are proposing to pave the police station for $51,801.75. You guys can take a look at that.
Were there any other quotes, or was this it?
Not for paving.
We didn't seek any, or we just didn't get any?
Audrey?
Police station
I
paving.
think it said, they had gotten one other, but, really construction manager, Garcia or Cobalt Construction is managing and outsourcing all the work on the site, so it's not going through us. So,
Well, it is going through us because we're paying for it.
well, it is, but he's managing and getting bids.
Do you want to defer that?
So are those elements subject to the procurement policy or not?
It's a fine line, isn't it?
I don't
And
know.
it's your policy, so you can do what you want with it.
I would say it is. I would say it is. I would say that we should have at least three prices in front of us.
Yeah, that was my feeling as well. I mean, when Jamie gets his real estate bill, he wants to know why we're spending so much money.
Mm-hmm.
So you want me to ask Mr. Garcia for 3?
For 2 more.
Given the magnitude especially.
Right.
And we have a proposal for $2,949.96 for refrigerator, microwave.
3 refrigerators.
3 refrigerators and a microwave for the police
I was
station.
gonna say it's an expensive microphone.
From Barron's. And I know shopping at Barron's, nobody's gonna beat Barron's prices. I don't know if anybody's else has had the.
Yeah, we're fine with that.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a motion that we accept the appliance quote from Barron's Appliances for the police station for $2,949.96.
And I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
your public hearing and then,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, we can do that. All right, it's minute past 6. We can formalize the public hearing that I started prematurely. The Tufton Borough Select Board will hold a public hearing on Monday, May 4th, 2026 at 6 p.m. at the Tufton Borough Town Offices, 240 Middle Road, Tufton Borough. Pursuant to New Hampshire RSA 41:9-A, this public hearing is proposed for changes to the schedule of fees for the Tufton Borough Transfer Station and police special detail rates. The public are invited to attend and participate in the hearing. Since we've already talked to the police chief in public and there are no additional members of the public that have arrived, he was here.
Okay,
He was here.
no comments?
I will make a motion that we close the public hearing for police special detail, and I will make a motion that we accept the change from $75 to $90 for the police detail rate.
Second.
Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Thank you, Chief.
We make a note that that's per hour.
Sure. Yes.
It wasn't a bulk rate.
And you explained it well, and it's all on video. And the second is the transfer station rate changes. We have numerous changes here. Mattresses, current charge is $5 and $10. I guess that's on the size of the mattress. The new rate will be $10 flat fee for any mattress.
Excuse me, Bob, I have a question.
Yes.
When the infamous scales actually get put in place, will that address all this stuff?
I believe it's anything that's going to go in the C&D containers, construction and demolition. And,
Okay, so it's
and
not-
a lot of these items do go in, like mattresses go in construction and demolition containers. So I believe that, yes, to answer your question, if they come in with a trailer full of mattresses, they'll be priced by weight rather than
Okay,
item. And when we do get the scale, I imagine that we're going to be having a whole other fee structure, and we'll be having a public
Right,
hearing on that at the
understood.
time.
so are these comparable, where do these numbers come from? Or is there something comparable to other towns in the area?
I wish that Chris was here to define that, but he did talk about it at a previous selectmen's meeting, and he did go around and check around to see what other towns were charging. And these rates, I believe, are comparable to what other towns are charging.
Okay, being the new guy, I'm gonna defer then on that because I wasn't a party to that conversation.
Okay.
I wasn't here yet either, so.
Do you want to defer until?
No, I'll just abstain.
Well, if neither one of you are
No,
here.
I think you need to answer your questions as much as possible, and because otherwise we have to post in the newspaper and have a public hearing.
Okay, I don't wanna do
So we
that.
can continue the public hearing, but if you want to wait on the vote until next time, I think we can do that. Unless,
Let me just say, I'll digress here just a second. Let me just say this. The amounts compared to what is current and what we're gonna move it to are not onerous. So to make it simple, I'm gonna say I'll go along with it. It's gonna change when we get the scales anyway.
sure is. Sure is. Okay. All right, so to continue with the public hearing, I'm just gonna go through these line by line. Couches and overstuffed chairs, we're getting $10 and $5 respectively. The new price is gonna be $20 for any couch and $10 for overstuffed chairs. Tires, we're getting $5 for car tires and $20 for heavy truck tires. Right now, the new fee is gonna be $10 for car tires, $50 for heavy truck tires
And that's per tire?
per tire. Electronics, electronics and TVs, we're getting $5 and up currently. I guess that's based on the size of the item. And the new charge is gonna be $20 for all electronics and TVs. Refrigerators, we're getting $10 currently, the new charge is gonna be $40. Dehumidifiers, water chillers in propane tanks, we're currently getting $5. The new charge is gonna be $10. Truckloads of brush, we're getting $5 currently, the new charge is gonna be $10. Small trailers of brush, we're currently getting $40, that price appears to remain unchanged. Large trailers of brush, we're currently getting $40, the new charge is gonna be $50.
Is there, do we know what the difference of a large and a small?
There's some subjectivity there,
Mm.
absolutely. But it's not defined.
Mm.
Large appliances, I know that we talked about refrigerators earlier. Other large appliances I assume would be stoves, dishwashers, boilers, water heaters, that type of thing. We're currently getting $5, the new charge is gonna be $10.
That doesn't really follow from you charging 40 for a refrigerator, but you're charging.
Refrigerators need to be, the refrigerant needs to be taken out. There's an extra service. We have to have a company come in and remove the refrigerant from refrigerators.
Okay, you should have to do that with dehumidifiers then too.
Dehumidifiers too. Construction debris in a pickup truck is currently $45, and that appears to be unchanged. A 1-ton truck or a 10-foot trailer, we're currently getting $200. That appears to be unchanged. Extra large trailer, which is 12, 14, 16 footers and larger, we're currently getting $300. That new charge is $400. And squares of shingles, no matter how they're brought in, we're currently getting $22 a square, and the new charge is going to be $25 per square of shingles.
So I have a question here. Is there anything that indicates that these are only things that we accept from Tuftonboro residents?
Yes.
It doesn't say that.
It doesn't say that in here because we're only talking about fees, we're not talking about policy. And I believe the policy already says that we're only accepting from Tuftonboro residents, or have a Tuftonboro transfer station sticker, or if it's a contractor for a Tuftonboro resident, in which case they need some kind of proof that
Okay.
it's from the Tuftonboro resident. But that's policy, and we're only talking about pricing here
Okay.
tonight. So, that being said, are there any questions from the public? Okay. In that case, I'm going to close the public hearing portion. And do you wish to vote on this tonight, or do you wish to defer until you get to talk to Chris?
No, I'll vote on it.
I
Okay.
think we can vote. I think my my concern is, I believe Chris has shared that there's been people coming who are believing there's some subjectivity on what's a small load, what's a large load. I feel like this will not.
There's a lot of subjectivity.
This will
That's the way it is
continue
now
that
too.
conversation.
Yep.
I don't think there's any change to make to it at the moment.
No,
in this-
because you could get one transfer station personnel who views it as one way, and another transfer station personnel on another day who would view it another way. And I'm not sure that there's a way that we can correct that until we have a scale in place. I think we just need to do the best we can
Yeah.
at this point. So I'm going to make a motion that we accept the new proposed changes to the fee structure at the transfer station.
I'll second.
Any further discussion?
No.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Thank you. And that closes the public hearing entirely.
Good night,
All right.
You
Good night, Chief.
too.
Thank you for your work.
Thank you.
And next we go into, we have a non-public hearing. We have non-public.
You wanna, it's easier to do non-publics at the end of the meeting to merge the videos.
You-
So,
What's this gentleman here for?
Nothing.
Sorry?
Nothing.
Oh, I thought maybe something that you,
He wants,
okay.
he wants to see how sausage
I
is
want to
made.
see
All
the
right.
town, I want to see the selectmen side, the public side, and then the truth.
Gotcha. Okay.
Somewhere in the middle is there. Okay. All right, if that's the way you'd rather do it, then,
it makes it easier for the merging of videos,
okay.
yeah.
All right, then maybe we should put the public hearings at the end of the schedule, at the end of the agenda.
Please,
Okay.
okay, I'll do that from now on.
Okay. Unless it's something that needs to be done earlier, of
Right.
course. All right, I need to take a 2-minute recess.
You can't pause the video, huh?
Then we'd be merging 3.
Right. So I was gonna ask you if you're interested in budget committee or capital improvement to send me an email.
How are your animals doing, Bob?
Good.
Good.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to, I'm working on an area because my daughter's been, you gotta get these cows out of here, because we have the place down in Florida, that's where she is. She's, you gotta get them out of here.
You gonna bring them up from Florida?
Yeah, I'm trying to find somebody to transport them, you know? And, what are you gonna do? I told my daughter, I said, when I'm gone, I'm gonna leave you one big mess. But, yeah, no, they're doing good. I don't know, I'm thinking, like, right now, I've got the Longhorns over there, and then down here I have Hereford.
Hmm.
And, I may look into those ones.
The Highlands.
I don't know, you know what, I mean, that night that I was out there helping you guys try to find them, they gave us a run for the money. I don't know if I want that.
They're quick. They're quick.
No, you think you got them, and next thing you know, there you go.
Yeah. And they're quiet for how large they are.
Yeah,
So you almost don't notice until it's too late.
I mean, I've got the 2 Longhorns there now. I mean, they just go over to, you know, like, they'll go to a panel, just get their horn and fling it. It's like, there it goes, you know?
Yeah.
So, they're destructive. But I'm hoping once I get some more of the back, you know, I mean, I had that part cleared, so. I wanna clear all the way out to Sodom Road, and then I can give Jackie a hard time. I gotta go see her this week, cause I got my timber tax bill. Go pay her, she'll be knocking on my door.
Right? I will. I'm the one who did the bill. She's the one who mailed it out.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, I mean, you know how it is with animals.
Mm. They keep you busy.
Oh, yeah, I don't know, I retired, and I think I made, my company asked me if I'd be interested in coming back, but I retired now, I've been out of there, what, 7 years. I don't think I'd have time.
Yeah.
You know, I get up in the morning, I go home at night, I'm tired, I haven't done nothing all day, but then you look and you see what you've done,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like nothing, you know, you get bored and you get into, I get into a project and then I get sick of that one, so then you go to the next one. I didn't go to the commissioners meeting this morning, and I wanted to go to that, but all these guys, all these big shots go to that.
All right. Actually, I don't sort that. these are
Two bids for auditing
new
services.
proposals for auditing services. So, last time we met, we rejected bids for auditing services. Because they were way overpriced. Something that we didn't even come close to having the budget for. And we have two new proposals in front of us. One from Batchelder Associates of Barry, Vermont, and another one for auditing services from Plodzik and Sanderson of Concord. I don't know if I can work with the one from Batchelder. Batchelder did the auditing services for the county, and we're currently under litigation. And me being an employee at an upper level of management with,
So you're gonna abstain from that?
I might have to abstain from if we end up voting on Batchelder.
Well, you can read the amounts of them and
Okay, Batchelder Associates is
Could I ask a question here?
yeah, of course.
Audrey, have you evaluated that the two offers are comparable in terms of the scope of work?
yes.
Okay. So it becomes a matter of price at some point.
Looks like the single year contract for 2025 is $50,000. And subsequent years being 26 and 27 would be 52.5 and 55,125 respectively. And then we have the one from P&S. Financial statement audit, 3-year engagement. For the year ending December 31st, $22,500. The year ending December 31st, 2026, $23,500. And the year ending December 31st, 2027, $24,500. So I think that I'll let you guys take a look at that. I think price-wise, it's clear that P&S would be our champion.
Pretty specific, do you want to look at?
They include a list of other clients.
I believe the last page had that. And there's also, there were many towns and municipal managers that referred them.
Okay, here we go. Brookfield, Conway, and Bristol. 3 other towns that they. Okay, I'm give you that. If I can make an observation here, you know, it costs more to have an audit done when you got a 12/31 year end as opposed to a fiscal year end. And this is the only enterprise I've ever been involved with where 3 months after the year started, you finalized the budget. Just an observation. I know it can be changed. I know Moulton Borough a couple years ago switched to a fiscal year. So just throw that out as something to think about.
I'm not the financial expert here. I would defer to those that have the financial expertise to make a decision like that. But if I'm educated enough and I would support a recommendation. But
Okay, we'll explore it.
Is this something that maybe you want to take the lead on in exploring?
Okay, I'm happy to do that.
See if it's something that we should do, we should consider.
All right.
I would imagine there's a lot of roads to go down here, a lot of avenues to make a decision like this.
That's
Okay.
fine.
Mhm.
All right. So in the meantime, are we in agreement that P&S seems to be the company that's going to do it for us for a reasonable price? It's over our budget. We had, what, $16,000 budgeted?
We have 12,000.
12,000 budgeted?
The budget's a moot point, I'd say. We've already proven that that's not enough.
No, no. And the audit has to happen, and so this would be we had received 2 before, so this is the 4th company that's given us an estimate, and you know, I'm always shaky going with the low bid, but
Well, I thought that the 3 towns that they mentioned as clients also helped to make it a decision too. It's not like it's Joe Blow and last week he was doing Walmart and now he's
correct.
working at Walmart and now.
Correct. And our previous company was doing it for the amount that we budgeted for.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden now they're not. So what changed? So that tells me that it can be done for the lesser amount. So I'm going to make a motion that we award the auditing services for the town of Tuftonboro for the years 2025, 26, and 27 to Plodzik and Sanderson for the amounts of I have to state the amounts. 22,500, 23,500, and 24,500 respectively.
I'll second that.
Okay, any further discussion?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. The ayes have it. I don't see a signature page in here. But if they send a formal contract to us once upon notification, I'm going to make a motion that we authorize Audrey to sign on the selectmen's behalf when the contract comes through.
I second
Same.
that. We need to get this in motion.
All those in favor?
Aye. Mhm.
And we have bids for our code officer's pickup truck.
Okay,
Can we open them?
Open them up.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
who's got the,
Steve? Steve, go ahead.
say again?
Go ahead.
Do we read the?
You just wanna hear
name
the amount first and
or
then,
amount?
Yeah, this is for the code officer's truck. You can say who it's from and what the amount is.
it's from Corkery Tractor Trailer in Canton, Maine, and Massachusetts. And then the offer is $7,087.
This one is from Donald J. McWhorter from Muir Lake for $6,001.
Okay, and I have one here from Asian Auto Services of Plastow for $5,654.32. And another one here from Bay Ridge Motors of Staten Island, New York.
Wow.
It's the amount of $7,257 even.
Huh.
And what was yours?
That guy wins. Mine was 7,087.
I think I've talked to this guy before. He's looking to buy a county car. He uses it for taxis. I don't know what he's gonna use a pickup truck for, but that's not my business. Then I'm gonna make a motion that we award it to Bay Ridge Motors of Staten Island, New York for $7,257. And I'm also gonna make a motion that if this falls through, then it goes to the next highest bidder.
For Corkery Tractor Trailer in Canton, Massachusetts for 7,087.
Okay. Motion's been made,
And a second.
seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Guess we'll pass them back over.
You want them back in their envelopes or leave these
Yeah,
two
okay.
out?
Yeah, just put them back in the
So-
envelope.
That's the second. Let's take this out.
Keep that paper clip. And we're paving, we're getting 2 more quotes.
Yeah, yeah.
Correspondence. We have an update of work performed from our excavation crew, Ellen Howard at the police station. They've performed the initial layout of septic system and retention pond. They've delivered screened sand, mobilized equipment and materials to prepare the site, to prep the site for the construction. Spread stone at the driveway entrance, stripped unsuitable topsoil from the rear lot, laid out painted and staked parking lot areas, light pole locations, removed a large boulder from the parking area, located and exposed existing conduits in the septic tank area, conduit conflicts, delivered and spread 1.5-inch gravel at the driveway entrance, excavated and installed the sand and gas trap outside the Sally Port, uncovered and rerouted existing conduits along the building to allow septic tank installation, excavated 4 and set septic tanks, smooth and graded rear area of lot, backfilled septic tank with clean screened sand, say that 10 times fast, excavated trenching for the water service lines from the foundation to the well location, installed complete septic leach field, hauled screened sand and washed stone for the septic, excavated the well trench line from foundation to well, relocated the loom stockpile, bedded the water line in sand and insulated it, connected septic tank to building sewer, built and installed septic baffles, passed the required septic inspection, and completed final backfilling of septic systems. So we're moving right along. The Children's Center has sent us a thank you note for the $2,000 donation that the town of Tufton Road donated. Solitude Lake Management.
That's the notification that they're gonna do controlling of milfoil and other exotic species
Milfoil treatment will likely to be performed in July or August of 2026. They're doing fragmite treatment. Whatever fragmites are, and that's going to be performed in August and September. Okay. And
I had emailed that out to you. It's how to read the new bill, and the bills are attached, and you can see we have $111 credit from the first month of the solar being at the transfer station.
I saw the credit. That's fantastic. Did you guys all see this?
Yeah. Yes.
$111, a negative $111.24 for our first month. That's good. That's great. When do we get the rebate?
Next year, we file it as a tax. We have to file taxes next year to get it.
Okay, so it's not an action. Is it $100,000 that we get as a rebate, or is it $100,000 that we keep to deduct?
So
From
the $100,000 is from the federal incentive to use solar. And then it'll be quarterly that we get rebates from New Hampshire Electric Co-op. And annually, we have to submit all of our locations to them.
Okay,
We want
that's part of the
rebates on.
training that you're working on with Rachel to get done, to fill out that pay you.
Well, I know how to do that paperwork. I've already done it once. So
Okay.
that'll be an annual paperwork.
Okay,
And the training's gonna be, I believe, a piece of software to be able to monitor how much electricity the array is making. So, we can't make more than we use for some reason.
mm-hmm.
You know, it's not a profit thing, it's a cost offsetting. So when they started the project, there wasn't the police station. As we go along, we'll see, does it make enough solar to cover the police station also?
Okay, good. So as long as it's reported, and you have to report how often, every month? Monthly?
I have to choose the locations once a year,
Yeah.
right? Give them, these are where we have buildings, the town has buildings, and this is what we use. And then we'll be able to see how much is being produced
Mhm.
and run that probably monthly. I don't know if the software's gonna have ad hoc reports. I can see, you know, it'll probably be really interesting to watch, you know, if we have like a cloudy week and we're not making as much, or if
Yeah.
we're really sunny. So it will be interesting to see how it produces.
But where I'm going is you have to file these reports on a schedule, and as long as those reports
I don't know yet.
You
I
don't know
don't
yet?
know.
Okay. I'm just, but you said the $100,000 that we're getting back is gonna be split up quarterly? So
No, that's next year. That's the federal one, next year.
That's the $100,000?
Yeah,
We're getting that back next year. We're getting that as a check?
yes,
Okay. So that's gonna go into revenue for
right.
2027.
But the net metering,
Just answer
Right.
just answer that
Yeah.
question.
yes.
That $100,000 we're gonna be using as revenue
in
in 2027.
Yes,
Thank you.
okay.
Okay, everything else is good information, but
Okay.
that wasn't my question. All right. Good information, thank you. Don't need that. Can do town administrator and selectmen's updates.
You also had a couple other action items. The Board of Selectmen rules of procedure, and then if you're gonna have priorities for 2026, and
Yeah, they're not in the action items folder, where would they be then?
you each have the rules of procedure in your green folders.
Okay. us to vote on this tonight?
Well, we've been kicking it around for a few weeks, so you've had it to look at.
No, I've had it, I've looked
Yeah.
at it, I've sent in a couple of,
Yeah, you made some changes, and the
Couple
only question on your changes was under public hearing, are you gonna give the public 5 minutes to speak or 3?
I think 3 minutes is adequate. It's easier to extend than it is to take away. But if we establish 3 minutes, I personally think that's a good place to start.
So you want me to change that, ready?
Which number is that?
Oh,
It's on page 9 of 14, rule 22E, is in Edward. And Bob, you had said each speaker, you changed the word shall, and you said, you made a question mark, should that be may? Each speaker may. But I think in a public hearing, the reason you have a public hearing is so the public can speak. So they shall be limited for 3 minutes, and then you can speak longer.
Well, the reason I said may be limited to 3 minutes is that that gives us the opportunity based on if there's 100 people in the audience and we've got 100 hands being raised, I'm going to say it's going to be 3 minutes. But if there's only 2 people in the room and it's really not a controversial thing, then there's no reason that they can't speak longer. So that kind of sets the tone, but yet it's not etched in stone, so to speak. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
So you want to
Setting
say
the
may?
precedent.
Okay.
Okay. Mhm.
So for that sentence, the second sentence under Rule 22E would read, each speaker may be limited to 3 minutes. Are we, the three of us, in agreement?
Mhm.
Or do you think we should make it a little more firm?
I think there has to be some flexibility depending on the subject matter.
So you like the word may?
Yeah. But I have a general observation here that because I don't have a job description for the town administrator, I'm not willing to adopt this procedure until I have seen that,
Okay.
because it talks about that role.
Okay. And I know that Audrey is actively working on the job descriptions for her team, so to speak.
Well,
Actively.
Okay, the other thing I want to observe here is that the Audrey works for us.
Mhm.
It's fine for her to draft something, but we need to say, well, we're actually asking her to do work, so we should have an input into what that is.
Absolutely.
And I would like to have a copy of Tamworth's town administrator. Are there any other towns or the state guys, the RM, whatever the letters are, down
NHMA.
Concord?
Yeah,
NHM.
Yeah, NHMA.
Okay. I have a few towns, I've printed them so you could compare.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm not reinventing a wheel.
I didn't think it was necessary to do that since it's not a unique position.
Yeah, I think it's unique because I have 4 hats.
Okay,
Your position, town administrative positions are not unique as a whole, but yours is fitted to Tufton Borough,
Right.
where Tamworth may be fitted to Tamworth. I think that's the only-
correct, yeah,
the
I
only
understand.
difference, so. But yeah, I think, yes, she does work for us. She's creating her job description. We get to review and edit and
Mhm.
modify it as we see fit.
Yeah, because basically it's we're defining the job description that she will fulfill.
Correct.
So I do have some other comments as well. Just a couple of little notes here. On page 2, at the very bottom where it talks about minutes, I think it should also include that reports provided by department heads should be attached to the related minutes. I'm thinking more of when you go online and you look at the minutes
Yeah,
Page 2, where do you,
at the very bottom, Bob.
Under quorum, okay, minutes must be kept for any meeting with the Board of Selectmen quorum, and must be made available to the public. They are. As a matter of fact, they have to be available to the public within the draft has to be available to the public within 5 days. Am I correct?
Mm-hmm.
That should probably be stated in there.
We state the RSA, so I don't know if we need to restate the contents of the RSA.
Okay.
Because it's under
I understand what you're
91A.
saying.
Yeah.
Without rewriting the whole RSA, correct?
Oh, Steve, can you read what you were suggesting one more time?
I just added a sentence, some reports provided by department heads should be attached to the related minutes.
So, for example, like the fire department or
If
the
Adam
police
came,
department.
Adam came in last week, the minutes from that meeting should include his written report.
And that's what we've started to do. So in the draft minutes in your folder, you can see in color at the bottom, we put what needs to be attached before we make
Okay.
it a non-draft, a final. Under, yeah.
And I had on page 4, under approval of final minutes.
Oh, see, right there in the blue, it
Yeah,
it shows
okay,
the attachments that are gonna go in the final minutes that are, so we approved the draft,
okay,
and if we're approving the draft with those blue things highlighted, those are gonna get attached to the final minutes that get.
I understand.
Okay.
Okay, page 4.
Page 4 at the top, number 3.
Yeah.
I added, a suggestion would be that, once the final minutes, selectmen approve the final minutes for the previous meeting, and then these are posted online within 2 days. No, I don't know. Is there something that RSA that says, I don't really care about the RSA.
There's no.
And we should say,
I'm sorry, there's no requirement to post them at all.
okay, so, but we're saying this is our procedure, so
Yeah.
I'm suggesting that we say that they're posted within 2 days.
What would be, I see what you're saying, but what would be an occasion where we wouldn't be able to post them in 2 days? Two business days?
Yeah, that's fine.
What would be an occasion where we wouldn't be able to? Staffing?
I think between the three of us, we can get them done, right, once they've approved it.
As far as posting it,
Yeah.
yeah, it could take 5 minutes.
And I figured Monday's when we always meet, so 2 days is the middle of the week. It's,
Yeah, well, I just wanted to give them the fairness of asking them if there's any reason why we couldn't do that.
Yeah, I was thinking of the process, and so normally Ashley would finalize them tomorrow, when she's in on a Tuesday. And then they would be, should tell Tammy they're ready for uploading.
So you'd like to see that added in?
Okay.
I'm sorry?
You'd like to see that added in?
Yes.
Sure. Do you have a problem with that?
No, I have no problem with that.
Okay, good.
Then I had a question on, under 17. Do we have a formal conflict of interest policy?
I believe we do. We just adopted that last year, or at least we were circulating it.
So I don't remember signing it. I think each of us should sign it, and all the, at least the department heads.
So I guess one of the action items for the selectmen this year is to revisit the conflict policy. And, because it doesn't have a signature line right now, it's just distributed. So it sounds like we should have one that we get signed and returned.
Yeah, absolutely. That's,
Actually,
I think I'd like to see it too.
Right.
yeah, any policy that we have,
Should be
I
signed.
think needs to be signed and it needs to be reviewed annually.
So Steve, if I send it to you, can you compare it to this?
How do you mean? Compare what to what?
The standalone conflict of interest. This is Selectmen's more specific, but we want to make sure they don't conflict at all.
Well, answer to your question, yeah, I can read that.
On page 11, the rule about committees, and I borrowed this language from a town that has 5 selectmen. So Bob had pointed out that the wording, does this constitute a quorum, which it would. So I changed the wording that no more than 1 selectman can be included on a committee.
Rule number 11? Or page number 11?
Page 11, Rule 24.
Rule 24.
So the top of, so it says no, the 3rd line down, no more than 2 selectmen.
Oh, okay.
And that can only be 1 selectman when you only have 3. We don't want to create a quorum.
No. That was one of the questions I posted,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And I think everything else you had, Bob, was capitals or commas or,
Yeah, grammatical.
yeah.
And then I think Ashley made those changes that first night.
Mhm.
We went over this, which seems like a long time ago.
Right? Okay, so I'll do this with the other ethics policy and the job description. Progress. And then on the action items, I had put Steve's fuel consumption and strategy.
Which is not in the action item folder, that's in my green folder.
Right, when I give you each a copy, the action items is just 1 copy. Is it right behind your agenda? It shouldn't be too deep.
It was, I think, behind this one.
It looks like this.
I printed out a
It might be that
copy,
page you
yeah.
just flipped over, is on the backside of it.
I can make another copy.
Here, I printed one
Okay.
out from home.
Thank you.
Yep.
So thank you.
Oh, I found it,
Got it?
thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
These are all good questions. And I'm not sure that we can answer those.
I think we probably can't this evening. It was really just Adam's comment about the fuel issue prompted these points, and I don't know where we stand as
Yeah.
far as, I don't know what we've done as far as some of these questions. That's why I raised them.
No, these are all good questions. I think that maybe we circulate these questions to the 3 major department heads that use the fuel.
Why don't we start by trying to answer them, because,
Okay.
okay, the current process. What is the town's current standard operating process for procuring, monitoring, reporting, and paying for fuel? So for procuring, it has been put out to bid annually prior to my arrival, and it has not been put out since. I think I did the selectmen had asked me my first year in '23, and so it should go out annually again, or every 3 years or something, but frankly, it just fell off the radar. So,
So basically, we don't have a process at the moment.
correct. For monitoring, we get the bills in the office and we distribute them to the department heads, and everyone monitors their own facility.
They monitor their own consumption,
Right.
Yeah,
but who
we're not.
monitors the tank?
What do you mean the tank?
The tank has a certain amount of fuel in it, so let's
Oh,
just say
the vendors.
500 gallons.
Yeah, the vendors do.
Do they fill it automatically?
Yes.
Based on what? Time? Is there telemetry from the tank to the vendor?
I don't know.
See,
It works like magic at my house too.
kind of like that coffee table that's always clean, right?
Yeah.
You ever see that? Oh, the laundry basket that's always empty.
I'd like one of those at my house.
Do you know how they know what we have?
It's some process that they use there to, because I'm on automatic delivery also, and they know exactly how much is in the tank.
Yeah, but in a home, that's different because they're using degree days
Yeah,
for filling tanks, whether it be propane or
So
oil.
why can't they use
No,
them
when
here?
I go on AmeriGas from my home,
Mhm.
I can see exactly what level my tank is.
So there must be some telemetry between your tank and AmeriGas, and then you have an app that you can see it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's telemetry.
So we can ask that question. We will ask to be more specific. I like the word magic, but okay.
Yeah.
What do you mean by reporting?
I think I'm more focused on some of these other, when you go down through
Okay.
the other list,
All right, so then.
it
paying-
becomes sort of self-explanatory
Yeah, paying
because,
for fuel, the bills come here.
Yeah, the fire department uses how much, code officer uses how much,
Yeah.
highway department uses how much.
how we tracking it and how we arranging for how we pay for it in the front, or how we negotiate pricing. That's sort of where I'm headed.
Right,
Okay,
and I know that all the department heads put it in their own budgets,
Sure.
fuel, because they have to sign off on a certain, I guess they turn in their slips, when they pump fuel in their vehicle, they turn in that slip to you.
you mean the gas? that
Yeah,
They do not, they fill out a form, a spreadsheet or something that they have in their vehicles, right? And then Roberta puts that together and gives us a spreadsheet saying which department used what percentage.
so she's doing it for all departments?
Yeah,
It's only
Or-
3.
yeah, it's fire, police, and Jack.
Okay. What about highway?
They don't use gas.
None of the vehicles use gas.
We only have a highway truck.
We only have a highway.
One truck.
That's right. We
One
have
truck.
a truck that and
Red truck.
everything else he bills us for indirectly.
Mhm.
Indirectly, not directly. Okay. Gotcha.
But maybe we ought to explore that, because what I really want to get to is how can we, is there a way for us as a buyer of these fuels to get a better price? And if that includes, if it's fine that Jim's billing us, but ultimately we're paying for it, so how much does he use?
I think
In
what
addition
Audrey's-
to all the other.
I think what Audrey's saying is Jim doesn't use gas in the tank because.
I'm not talking about the tank, I'm saying he drives the trucks around.
Right,
They burn diesel, I assume.
right, and they purchase it.
Where do they get the diesel?
Yeah,
From the
they-
state, from the DPW, the state building?
Ah.
Yes.
Beats me.
Yeah.
That's part of what
I don't
I'm,
know about Mountainside, but the town truck goes to is that right here?
It's Troop 80
Yeah.
up in Tamworth. I
Okay.
was just there today putting gas in a county car.
No, diesel.
Yeah, but they have diesel there too.
Okay.
oh, they don't get it at the state garage
That's what I thought they did.
down 109A?
Right
No.
down here?
No.
They don't.
There's only the bigger ones have fuel. Ossipee used to, the state shed in Ossipee, but they closed the state shed down. So if you need fuel, you have to go to Tamworth or I think Rochester or
Jeez.
Guilford, the bigger ones. Yeah.
So my intent was to spur contemplation and try to get some answers for these individual items and not to try to do it tonight,
Okay.
because I don't think we can.
No. No. So I'll go back to my original statement.
Mm-hmm.
I think this should be distributed to the three major department heads that use fuel.
Let's see what they
Get
say.
their responses, see what they say, exactly.
Okay.
I'm sure their answers are all gonna be the same.
Mhm.
I would hope that they're gonna be the same.
I think they're all gonna be different myself.
That's a problem if it's different, so, yeah. Okay, what else? You're still at the table.
I was still on your action item list, your Board of Selectmen 2026 priorities.
Where is that?
Well, I asked you to basically just think about it. And
Oh, you sent me a list.
I did.
Oh,
Oh, shit, my phone's.
Was it in by email?
Let's see.
I had just thrown out there a couple things. But hopefully you have some of your own. Like you had mentioned scales, Bob, would be one.
Oh, yeah. She did send this out to the three of us. On Thursday, April 30th at 10:43 a.m. And in no certain order, this is,
Oh, that's my list.
yeah, that was the thing
That's
she's
my
working
list.
on.
That's not your list.
I didn't remember one that for
Yeah, I
us.
didn't really have one for the selectmen. You know, I thought, as the new board of selectmen, you should be thinking about what do you want to accomplish this year, and when we talked briefly last week about it, Bob, you had said definitely scales was one of them. And
yeah,
obviously finishing the police station.
finishing the police. The other one is the blinking light up at the top of Ledge Hill Road and 171.
You don't like that, Rudy?
What?
You don't like that light?
The ones that are on the stop signs are great.
Yeah, I think they are.
They were, when Chip, Guy, and myself were selecting, we instituted those lights and put them up.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think they're enough.
I talked with Jamie about it. I mean, he says there's always gonna be people that are gonna, if you can't stop with those blinking lights, what is a blinking light on top gonna do for us?
I hear you, and I agree. However, if there's something that we can do, no matter how substantial or insubstantial it is, that would save a life, potentially save a life, I would be in favor of it. We're lucky that no one has gotten killed at that intersection. So, the state wants to put a four-way stop sign there, and I think that would create, well, me and the previous Board of Selectmen agreed that would probably create more problems than it solves.
I
Yes.
think there'd be more accidents. People not.
And
Yeah.
more noise,
Yeah.
more everything. It'd create more problems than it solves. Even though the state says the statistics speak otherwise, they only include accidents in their statistics. They don't
Oh.
include near misses, things that don't get reported. And we know that there are a lot more that happen up there than get reported. My personal opinion, and this is my opinion alone, is that a blinking red light on Ledge Hill Durgan Road side and a blinking yellow light on the 171 side, centered over the intersection, would be another tool to prevent accidents.
In addition to the blinking
In
red.
addition to the blinking stop signs. And it costs somewhere between $15,000 and $20,000 to have that done. The state has already said that it's a viable option, but they're not gonna pay for it. If we wanna do it, we'd have to pay for it ourselves, come up with a maintenance agreement with a company to, change bulbs for us if they need to be changed, whatever. It would be at our expense, and we'd have to put it forward as a warrant article. And I personally support that. I don't know how the two of you feel. Have you read the report, the highway, there's a
I haven't
study,
seen it.
it's on the website. We had a study done last fall. The state came in.
Okay, let's make
It's on the website.
something that will get,
It is?
Yeah,
Okay.
somebody posted it on the website, the traffic study.
Yeah, we might have done that when we were having the public hearing for it, but then we unpost things. So we can. I
So
can
there
get
was
you
a public-
link Or,
there was a
Yeah.
public hearing about it?
yeah, at the library.
And how was that received?
Oh, no, we did it at the townhouse. It was really 50-50. I kept track of public information because I had an email set up so people could provide
Mhm.
email. And then there were quite a few people at the townhouse and it was almost 50-50.
We
Whether
had,
to do it or not.
we had people email,
Yeah.
things in to us. Let's see. Opinions. We put it in the Tuftonboro Times
Yeah.
and had people respond via mail or email. And there were more people, it was almost 50-50, but it was like probably 60-40. People were in favor of a blinking yellow light versus a stop sign, four-way stop sign.
As opposed to one versus another, not both.
Correct. Correct. bear with me.
So I'd like to see the study.
Okay.
I would as well.
I believe it's on the website.
All right, I'll get it to 'em about.
If it's not on it, it used to be.
Okay.
So, my opinion is a scale and lights up there. And finishing off the police station, we have culverts to do this year.
What do we ever get at? You went to the culvert thing?
Oh, that's
That
right.
basically,
Yeah.
they just told you what they're gonna do, right?
Well, they'd already done that because they had come here, but they went over the schedule and who was doing what. So that, you want me to roll into my report?
So did you feel that your attendance was worthwhile?
Yes and no. I was able to confirm that one of our outstanding questions was how the school bus is gonna turn around. Because they're gonna close the road for a 3-week period.
Mhm.
So basically from September 1st for 3 weeks, people will get detoured around. And do you know what culvert we're talking about? On 109A, right near the,
You know, it gets real narrow.
Yes.
the
You know where the Jersey barriers are, right
Yes.
down the road,
Yes.
right there?
So that's gonna be closed for 3 weeks.
Ooh.
They gave us the option of doing it during the summer
Oh,
or right after summer when school started. I said, please not during the summer.
no, that's the only way you get to Wolfboro.
Oh, it's just- So, starting September, right when school starts, is when they're gonna start construction. It's gonna suck for us for 3 weeks, but having that closed during the summer, couldn't imagine.
Right. The backup and complaints and yeah.
And so they do have the approval for the school bus turnaround. There was quite a bit of conversation about a company that does precast not doing it anymore, so I wonder if that'll be a change we see in road maintenance coming up. And New Hampshire Electric was there and they have one thing that they're moving. So we probably could have not attended,
Mhm.
but it's also probably good that our name's there, you know. So, I was curious to find out who the contractor was, because all the culverts for the federal grants, like all the ones on Sodom Road, will have to go out to bid, being a federal grant.
Okay.
So it's not like we can just say, oh, Jen, do those.
Mhm.
It's federal, we're gonna be watched very carefully.
Can I go back to the priorities really quick? I know we
Sure,
kind of
yeah.
switched, but one thing that I think is important, and maybe there's a structure in place already, but knowing when these contracts are going to expire. So whether it's a spreadsheet that we're updating annually, so whenever, for example, our assessor contract goes up, okay, we know that a few months ahead of time we can start getting bids a few months ahead of time, and we have time to think about it before it feels like it's too late.
And that is one that's due this year to come up.
Yeah.
So, and he said he would bid again.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, whether it's, and I know there's a lot of different contracts that are at play, but I don't know if there's a way to have one resource where we know what's ahead and not feeling like we're scrambling to make these decisions.
Right.
We kind of had our backs up against the wall with the auditor here, and I know that you've been speaking to them for a while now. I know
Yes.
that you didn't just jump on this in the last month. This has
Right.
been going on for a while, but unfortunately, we ended up in a position where our backs were against the wall. We need to try to avoid that.
I agree. Yeah, we've discussed doing a spreadsheet, and I would extend the whole thought process even further to like the fire department contracts. And I think I've probably seen the ambulance contract, but I'm not sure. But that might be one, because when I talked to the fire chief, there was another town, an adjoining town, that had the same experience as we had with the audit. When they put it out to bid, the company said, nope, we're not doing it anymore. So it's a fine line on the whole purchasing, contracting, and bidding process, and because there aren't a lot of companies out there for some of these services. And
No, and in my experience with the bidding process is you work very, very hard in the initial bid process to get a company to come in and do work for you. You then establish a relationship with this company, and hopefully it's a multi-year contract. I know it's difficult with multi-year contracts because you're basically handcuffing the next board of selectmen. But sometimes multi-year contracts are advantageous with the same company, as you probably well know. But when we do the RFP process repeatedly for the same service, people get tired of the process and they walk away.
They won't bother.
They don't bother. So that limits the field of what is already narrow even further. Kind of like, it's probably a poor example, but the waste management contract. We discovered that there's only 2 companies that are capable of servicing our town. Regardless of what other people say, there's only 2 companies that are capable of servicing our town. And Waste Management was the low bid. We established a relationship with them, and when it came up for the contract renewal last time, we overrode the procurement policy and awarded the contract based on previous bidding and service that they've provided to the town as being satisfactory. That went over like a lead balloon with the budget committee. But having only 2, and Audrey went out and did the homework. Did Chip help you with that?
yeah.
To get a price from the other company, and the other company's price was a lot higher than what we got from Waste Management. So
And Chip and Chris both did that analysis and came up with the same overages.
Right, so,
Yeah.
so the efforts were not futile by any means, but we have to have that flexibility,
Mhm.
that if we have a case where it's not in the town's best interest to put it out to bid, we need to be able to override that process.
The municipal guys say that technically you're not obligated to seek competitive bids. So, I mean, that's just one of the cases where it would make sense to do what you did.
So maybe that's a policy that you want to revisit, your procurement policy, and word it in such a way that you can build those long-term relationships with vendors.
I think we already have that in our procurement policy.
Yeah,
Granted, it could probably be worded better, but we already have that avenue, so.
Is that what happened in the audit also? That the guys who had been doing it, when we said, okay, now we want you to come competitively bid on, and they said, yeah, it's not worth the hassle.
well, what he said, because I appealed to him to stay, and his particular firm, they only had 4 people and 1 retired last year. And so he said, yeah, any of our towns, I think he's also getting ready to retire. So any of his towns that go out to bid, he's not bidding on.
Yeah, I understand that. That was a relationship that we had that went away.
Yeah.
And had we used that procurement policy to our benefit, we could have overridden the procurement policy, not put it out to bid, and signed them on for another year.
Yeah.
And saved ourselves
Whatever, yeah.
whatever amount of money the math mathed out to be.
Mhm.
So that procurement, it didn't work in our favor this time.
On the budget, Steve, you had questions, I think today, it could have been Friday, I don't remember. Where did the budget committee have numbers and the selectmen's numbers are different?
Yeah.
Um,
And here's why I say that. We all sat in that meeting, and that was not a happy time. And I don't think the budget committee was given anything that told them, here was your number, here's what we did, and if there was any explanation or not, but we need to do that.
There were a couple of things in that budget committee meeting. Number one, I get the impression that the budget committee set their expectation of line items to be cut. Different than the selectmen's budget. We didn't necessarily follow their expectations because at town meeting, as Audrey clearly demonstrated, that the vote was on the bottom line of the budget, and the comment was made that the selectmen will decide where the cuts will come from,
Uh-huh.
which is contrary to what the budget committee believes. So we have the authority to cut, to make our budget number, bottom line, meet the budget committees based on our cuts, not theirs. We differ there. But to Steve's point, where we did make those budget cuts, where you and I sat down and made that list before these two joined us at the table.
Actually, you and Jenna did.
Actually, that's
together.
right, that's right, your
Yeah, that
first
was my
meeting,
first
your first
meeting.
meeting, you were here, we talked about that.
It's your fault.
Yeah.
We did come up with a list, but to Steve's point, that list probably should have been shared with the budget committee at the very least, even though they may not have agreed with it. It probably should have
Well,
been
yeah,
shared,
it's just like,
right?
we
Is
wanna
that what you're
have,
saying?
yeah, we wanna have transparency. And it's the same with the the analysis of the status with respect to the police station. We gave them 2 little numbers at the top of the page, and I thought they were gonna get the whole thing that we had already gotten.
Right.
So
I mean,
I would,
it is what it is, so let's,
yeah, and I did want to address that, but I would maybe word it a little more thoroughly so it leaves less room for questions. And